these guys that fight nobody, and it's all these guys. All they do is protect their O, and it's like they box in survival mode just to fight to the next fight, and they do that over and over and over again. And that's the reason why boxing is dying. When people actually trying to make the biggest fights happen, then boxing is gonna keep growing, right? But when people just keep trying to survive to the next fight, fighting some dude nobody ever heard of, or someone that they're clearly gonna be, I don't know, 20-1 favorite or something, does that kill the sport? Or does that grow the sport? All that stuff, that undefeated stuff, that don't matter. Make the biggest fights you can. Leave an impact. I mean, leave a legacy for the boxing world. So the day that you're gone, you'll always be remembered. All these.
Yes, yes, yes. Nova is back. Yes, yes, yes. What's popping, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Another fight week is upon us, and man, oh man, it is getting ratchet out here. What's going on, Kishwan? Hi, baby Ishmael. You better learn how to behave, sir. Hey, Lee. Now, I don't know if y'all all had the opportunity to watch the live I did a few minutes ago. We have the young Jamal Harvey over here. That young man absolutely has a great head on his shoulders. He is definitely giving me hope in the newer generation of boxers wanting to fight for vets, not trinket chasing. So shout out to him, and y'all make sure y'all go sub up to him on Instagram. As we know, he just had a knockout, a crazy knockout last week on the Amanda Serrano card that aired on TikTok Live. She had her 50th fight. So, MVP is definitely doing amazing things. About that fight, I did see a lot of everybody's comments, just how Amanda might have, not really won and she didn't look that great and so on and so forth. So, first of all, let's just shout her out for just having 50 fights in women's boxing. That's unheard of, right? Especially today's day and age where, well, the lower weight classes, they're getting their numbers up because they're taking challenging fights. But 50 wins, not 50 fights, I'm sorry, 50 wins is an accomplishment all on its own, right? Yes, she has the 4 losses, 3 being to Katie Taylor, but Katie Taylor is arguably one of the pound for pound best women in boxing, right? So I really don't think Amanda has much to hang her hat about. Um, 32 knockouts. I mean, come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, does she look like Father Time is probably catching up to her? Yeah. She's an older woman. She's still fighting a lot of these younger women. So it's definitely going to appear that way. She said she has one more fight left, so we'll see. We'll see how she carries it. It's her career, it's her legacy, and she can do with it what she damn well pleases. But I definitely just wanted to make sure that, we're making sure she gets the respect that she deserves for 50 wins. Damn the losses. You know what I'm saying? When you're taking challenging competition and you're not running up the block and hiding in the bushes, honey, you actually trying to get to some smoke. Losses are going to be inevitable. There's plenty of great boxers who have losses on their resume. Roberto Duran, Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of boxers who took losses, but they kept fighting, and that doesn't make their legacy any less great. So I definitely just wanted to make sure we put things in proper perspective for sure. Whether she, listen, they gave it to her. Whether she won or not, whatever. So I just thought that was amazing for her anyway to have 50 wins on her resume. So her legacy is definitely solidified. Her spot in the Hall of Fame should definitely be solidified. So, whatever she chooses to do, she chooses to do. It's her career. Now, let's get into some of this other news that we have going on. We have 2 major fight cards this weekend coming up, and we're going to talk about those. We're going to talk about what happened last week in Chapter Rolly. Lord of mercy. Anyway, we're going to get into that, child. I don't know what's happening, honey, but we do have some news. I did see a few things I wanted to go over. Just child, whatever. These people just talk so goddamn much. So anyway, Jose Benavidez Sr., he wants David versus Jao Opetaia on Cinco de Mayo. He said that he sent Turkey Al Sheikh a message, and he also sent a message to Jao Opetaia. Now, Jao Opatai's team never responded. Now, obviously, this would be if, David Benavidez wins his fight in December, and obviously if Jao Opataia wins his fight coming up September 12th on the undercard of Garcia versus Ben, and we know that he's fighting Nicole McKay. This would be for, David has his cruiserweight title defense against Michael Siglak or whatever. But, Benavidez Sr. is basically hoping for something either latter, early top of 2027. But I found it very interesting that Jao Opatai's team didn't even respond to his request. Now, for all that shit that Jao Opataia be talking, all of this here, he wanted, David Benavidez is the punk, David Benavidez is scared, all this other kind of foolishness. You think he would have picked up the goddamn call when he got it, right? So that's what I mean by a lot of people just be pump faking, they be lying, they just do, the most sometimes for attention. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. I'll keep my eye on that to see if Jao Opataia decides that he does want to face David Benavidez sometime next year. Also, we do know that Noel Mikhailian is probably going to be stripped. I mean, let's just be honest. He's probably going to be stripped if he decides to face Jao Opataia and not fight David Benavidez. For whatever reason, he decides to not do that. He said that he called David and they didn't answer. Some nonsense. So we'll see how this progresses as well. Let me go here real quick. So William Zepeda, as we know, I told y'all last week, and y'all probably already heard that Andy Cruz wants a shot at William Zepeda, but William Zepeda said, obviously we know that Javier Herrera is the interim champ. Remember, Zepeda and Lamont Roach jumped over him for a title fight. Don't know how that was even possible. Nevertheless, he's saying that he's going to give the shot to Herrera. So we'll see if he stands on his word and actually fights Herrera as a title defense or, whatever. Because I think, Herrera is the interim. So we'll see. We'll see what William Zepeda decides to do. But that's what it's looking like for him. That's what it is. It looks like the WBO has ordered a person for Dimitri Bivol versus Caleb Smith. Now, this will take place this coming Thursday, August 27th at 11 a.m. The minimum acceptable bid will be $300,000, okay? And they will be broadcasting it live. Lately they've been putting people business in the street. The WBO has been putting people business in the street and been broadcasting their stuff live, honey. So we will definitely see who wins the bid and the amount that the bid has been won for. Lou DiBella, I watched this little tired interview too that he did with Last Day and Brian Custer. Child, please. Lou DiBella apparently thinks that Zuffa will be taking over traditional boxing immediately. I don't see how he gets to that conclusion, but that's his business, honey. That's truly his damn business. Whatever. We got some stuff to talk about with them anyway. Frank Warren expects this fight to take place in America. Listen, I don't know how many of y'all saw my video that I did about this the other day. My frustration is just through the roof with this fight, if I'm being honest. I don't know what these people are doing. Those are two British boxers. That fight belongs in the UK. I don't know what this big hoopla is. Apparently, one person signed a contract saying it's supposed to be over here. The other one said it's supposed to be over there. It just seemed like a whole bunch of voodoo going on to me. Okay, when it get real, just tangled. Mother said, something ain't right. Somebody lying and something ain't right. So we will definitely see what takes place within this fight. I have no idea. I mean, let's be honest, guys. This should have been taking place. This fight should have happened back in 2017 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really sure what is going on with these people with this fight, why they have such a hard on for this fight, why it's so difficult to make, and then you throw Dana White in the mix. It's just getting very messy. To the point where it's like I'm almost even losing interest in it because it's like they're playing with us, and I'm not even sure why they would just keep continuing to. Anyway, Richardson Hitchens, little wholesale, he is basically saying that the suits are to blame for him and Brian Norman Jr. not fighting. That everybody's the reason, child. It's the business. The reason that he ain't fighting nobody is because of the business, y'all. Come on now, you know that. Y'all know Richardson Hitchens out here looking for all kind of smoke. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all know how Richardson Hitchens give it up. He ain't never scared, you know. That boy is crazy. That's a damn bad bug. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. I don't know what to even say about Richardson Hitchens at this point. Hopefully he fights somebody. Hopefully he fights somebody that's we care about, right? So let's be honest. No one cared about us last night. No one really gave a damn. If I'm just being honest, nobody cared. And unless he names somebody good this time, we ain't gonna care about that either. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I gotta keep it real. Richardson Hitchens has become very lackluster to me. So we'll see. We'll see how he carries us. Moving right along. There is supposed to be some sort of fight brewing between Tim Tszyu, I'm sorry, and one of the Charlos, right? Charlos came out and said that he wants Tim Tszyu next. You know, so we'll see what happens. I'm assuming he's trying to avenge Earl's loss. We don't know. Okay. He has some other names on his little tied hit list too. He had Crawford on there. He had Canelo on there. So we'll see what Tim Tszyu. He's feeling big and bad now because he beat a later in life EJ. So I'm assuming that's why he's thinking he's real tough. You don't know what I'm talking about? Because Tim Tszyu ain't never been this damn vocal about wanting to fight no goddamn body. Let's be honest, So he getting, he feeling himself, I guess, whatever. But that hit list, first of all, I doubt Canelo is interested in fighting him. But whatever. He had Crawford on there, like, this is ridiculous. We know that those names are pipe dreams, you know what I'm saying? Especially since Canelo, he fights at 168, and he, Canelo is at the stage in his career where he can name who he wants to fight. And I doubt he'll be naming some damn Tim Tszyu, you know what I'm saying? So who knows? He's just chatting at this time, at this particular point, if you ask me. He's basically just running his damn mouth. So we shall see. There was a huge announcement that came through from MVP. We see that Alycia Baumgardner is now going to 135, and she will be facing Elif Nur-Turan. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but Elif Nur-Turan is at 135. She was calling out Caroline Dubois. She was calling out Caroline Dubois to unify for unification. Caroline Dubois chasing somebody at damn 130, and Alycia Baumgardner. But Alycia Baumgardner is now moving up to 135, right? And she's, they're exchanging some words, honey. We're gonna get into this a little bit, but they, exchanged some words. Caroline Dubois called her scary, told her about time that she moved up. And I told y'all what I thought about this whole situation. I thought that this was nothing but a ploy. Caroline Dubois carrying Clarissa Shields' water because she knows that she has an issue with Clarissa Shields for whatever, they nonsense. But nevertheless, Alycia Baumgardner dropped a little video. We're gonna real quick. She dropped a little video for her move to 135 and her fight announcement with Elite. I thought it was cute. Can y'all see it? I'm gonna run it back.
Not going to take a backward step, not going to be intimidated? No.
right, what y'all think? I mean, it's cute to me. I understand what she's trying to do, but nevertheless, she'll be fighting Alycia Baumgardner on November the 8th. That's going to be an NBCW7 card. Obviously, we know they're going to be on ESPN because that's where ESPN, that's where Most Valuable Promotion houses most of their damn fights. They are the only ones on what you call it. Yes, Jose, baby, I'm live. No, this is I'm live. I was playing Alycia Baumgardner's commercial for her upcoming fight. So we'll see. I think so too, but we'll wait and see. We'll see what happens. You know, Caroline Dubois, she's fighting this weekend. She's on the Mikaela Mayer versus Cameron card. So we'll see what's going on. Hey, Thrill Hill, baby. Yeah, let me speak to everybody. Know we're gonna get into the show, honey. All things, of course. How you doing, baby? Ishmael, hey y'all. Hey, Kishwan, hi, baby. I don't know if y'all watched the interview I did with Jamal, but if y'all didn't after this, go watch it. Hey, Lee. Hey, Shell, what's popping? Yeah, yes, Earth to the streets. What's up, baby? How you doing? Hey, Jamie, how you been? Jamie from New York, what's up? Yes, honey. Yes, it is a lot going on. We're gonna get into some of this. Hey, guy, Ghost Kid. Hey, baby, how you doing? Yes, Mother is live. Mother is live. No, this ain't no damn AI paid. What's wrong with you? Oh, anyway, anyway, so okay. So listen, we have the two cards this weekend. We have the Itauma card and we have the Mikaela Mayer versus Cameron card, right? So we're gonna start with that because this is for some belts, and it's a good little interesting triangle with these girls. Obviously Mikaela Mayer, she has moved up, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I got the thing right here. But I did do some of their little, I guess they had their little face off today. Was it today or yesterday? I think it was today.
UK Chantelle Cameron and Team USA Mikaela Mayer. The WBC, WBA, and WBO unified super welterweight titles on the line. Thank you to all of today's fighters, attendees.
So, okay, I have a couple of thoughts about this this card and this matchup in particular. I find it rather interesting. I'll tell y'all why. So, y'all know that Chantelle Cameron. Hold on, let me pull it up. Chantelle Cameron was the only woman that ever beats Katie Taylor, right? Y'all know that, right? I think they fought like twice, if I'm not mistaken. But nevertheless, she beat Katie Taylor. Right. I don't know if I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know if Mayer got what it takes to pull this off. Mayer's a dog too, though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. She's definitely a force to be reckoned with, but I don't know if she got what it takes to beat Chantelle Cameron. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know. But we're gonna break it down. But both of them did some interviews discussing this particular matchup. But let's see. So let's start with the history. Mikaela Mayer, she built her original championship. I think she was at 130 when she started, right? That's where she first had like her real reputation. She was a tall, rangy boxer. She could control a fight behind her jab. You know, she moved through the higher division. She became a champion at 147, and then she collected the belt at 154. Chantelle Cameron was the undisputed champion at 140, right? She's a former undisputed title holder too, if I'm not mistaken. And she's the one, like I said, that got the win over Katie Taylor. Now, that's not a small thing because we did see that, they gave Katie Taylor 3 wins over Amanda Serrano, even though, in my opinion, Amanda Serrano at least won that second fight, if I'm not mistaken. The third one she clearly lost, but I feel like the second fight she won. But nevertheless, anyway, so the part people keep, I guess, getting wrong, both of these women climbed beyond their original championship divisions, and their paths eventually got together at 154. Neither one is fighting in their original weight class, right? The winner walks out with, I think it's 3 belts on the line, undisputed. That's what's pretty much at stake for this particular matchup. Let's see. I don't know, man. Y'all tell me who y'all think can win this fight. Mayer fights long. She has the height reach. She has a real good jab too. Her whole game is basically to keep you at the end of her jab, move, reset. She tries to control the distance a lot. I saw that when she fought Alycia Baumgardner. I don't think she really likes the inside fighting. She needs space. So maybe Cameron can get in there. That should be Cameron's game, to get in there and smother her punches, because she wants to be able to be the one who decides basically where the fight happens. She wants to dictate the pace and the fight. I don't know if Cameron's going to let her do that. When Mikaela is at her best, though, she dictates the range and makes the other fighter basically fight on the outside. Because like I said, I don't think she likes inside fighting. But Cameron is pressure. You know what I'm saying? She does the body attack. She has the work rates. She can really get in there and dog it out. Let me see something. I thought I had somebody training, but what? I think what's up, Mr. Fist? How you doing, baby? Nigerian Nightmare. What's going on? I think Amanda moved up a couple weight classes to fight Taylor too. You know what? I think she did too, because her home weight class, I don't know, is at 126, isn't it? Isn't Amanda like a super featherweight or something like that? If I'm not mistaken. I believe she's like a super featherweight or something. So I believe she did move up. This should be a good scrap, all things. I'm telling you. So, like I said, Cameron she's pressured, right? She does body attack. She has a good work rate. She's basically coming to break your body down, take your legs. You know what I'm saying? Her entire game plan, to me, is built on the idea that if she stays busy and keeps coming, eventually, she can, Mikaela's legs will go because of that pressure. I don't think Mikaela likes pressure, and I know she don't like to fight on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So, who knows? But this should definitely be a good scrap. Like I said, Mayer, she a dog too, though. You know what I'm saying? But I think that the real question, though, most people are asking, can Cameron start fast enough to make her pressure count inside a shorter clock? Because they're doing 2-minute rounds, which is a shorter window. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Mikaela Mayer who wanted to go 3-minute rounds, right? But, obviously 3-minute rounds. Well, no, I think it was Cameron, because 3-minute rounds would actually favor her. So one of them I know wanted to do 3-minute rounds, but they're only going to be doing 2. So it's 2-minute rounds, shorter window. Chantelle has to get in there and accumulate some type of damage. She pressure. She needs the time to do that, but you can't walk a taller fighter down. She's gonna have to, try something else, because she won't be able to cut the ring off. She's gonna have to punish that body in just 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Every reset, would give, Mikaela an upper hand. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I think that we're going to see a lot of, I don't want to say cat and mouse, because hopefully that won't be her game plan, but she's going to have to put that pressure on Mikaela, because Mikaela's going to be moving. She's going to try and keep her at the end of her jab. I don't know. Now, when Cameron fought, I think Katie Taylor, because they did fight twice. When she fought her the first time, she was able to walk her down, outwork her, and took basically her title from her. So we'll definitely see. I know that hey, Zoomburst baby, how you doing? Who is that? Oh yeah, Zoomburst. Hey, baby. I'm trying to break down this fight between Mikaela Mayer and Chantelle Cameron. I think this is gonna be it might be candidate for fight of the year. Who knows? Because I do know that they both come in to fight. And Mikaela, she got them 2 belts. Cameron won them. So we're gonna see. But let's listen to what Mikaela Mayer had to say about how this fight came about. And then I'm gonna tell y'all something else that I think is very interesting.
Mikaela Mayer and Chantelle Cameron in one of the biggest pound-for-pound matchups women's boxing has to offer. So excited to watch it all go down, and even more excited to be welcoming in the American half of the main event, joining us ahead of her MVP debut, Miss Mikaela Mayer. Mikaela, thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome. I literally just got off the plane here in Birmingham, so perfect timing, but I'm here.
Exactly, you are here. And how amped are you for this battle? And how could this potentially be, as Chantelle put it, maybe the fight of the year?
It definitely will be at least a contender for fight of the year. I know I've had several in the past 2 years. I always come out and put on a show. I let my hands go, and so does Chantelle. She always lets her hands go, and she always brings a fight. So it's one of the reasons why I wanted to fight with Chantelle. We go way back in the amateur days, and we've stayed pretty cool. So this isn't like a heated rivalry. We don't hate each other. We have a ton of respect for each other. But it's a fight we've always wanted. So I'm glad we got to make it.
We love it. So with that comfortability, I mean, how have you kind of maybe prepped differently for this fight compared to others?
Well, I have my system in camp and the things that I do, the things that have worked for me. I'm going on 10 years as a pro now, so I know what works. But, you always got to study for your opponent. You got to study, come up with a strategy, because this is a sweet science at the end of the day, and you don't want to make it a tough fight. You want to make the fight as easy as possible. So we've just studied her, and we've got a great game plan. I feel better than ever. I'm boxing better than ever, and I'm more confident than ever. So I'm going to go in there and do my thing.
First of all, did y'all see her with that do-rag on? That took me out, y'all. Seeing her with that damn do-rag on took me all the way out. I just couldn't take it no damn more. Really? You rooting for Mayer? Okay, that's what's up. But listen, I see that she was careful not to mention her game plan, which was smart, right? But if she's smart, she's going to use the blueprint that Katie Taylor used in the rematch, right? She forced a high tempo. She didn't let Chantelle, set her feet, and she answered everybody's shot with a combination. So, Katie was able to win the rematch. But if I were Mikaela Mayer, that's what I would be focusing on, how Katie was able to win the rematch, right? That rematch is going to be Mikaela Mayer's template. If she fights like the second Taylor fight, busy, moving, never letting Cameron plant her feet, the 2-minute rounds is her best friend. She can win this fight the same way Taylor won the rematch, with volume, movement, and just never letting her basically get time to load up. But there's a flip side to that. So now let me play y'all what Chantelle said about how she wins this damn fight.
Ready, Chantelle? This is Andy Purewell for Seconds Out. I'm joined by world champion Chantelle Cameron here in London. Chantelle, a pleasure as always. Before we come on to all the good stuff, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Chantelle, obviously, since the Katie fights, you've been after another big name, another juicy name to get your claws into, and you've got it finally, Mikaela Mayer. How excited are you for August to swing around now?
Yeah, I can't wait. I've been waiting for a name like Mayer for a long time. I had my eyes set on her for so long, and someone could get my teeth stuck into, and these sort of names bring the best out of me.
Obviously, in the build-up to your last fight, you had a few questions about it, but you somewhat played it down. What was the reason behind it? Was it just focusing on the task at hand? Did you always know you was going to fight, but maybe didn't want to take your eye off of what you had ahead?
Yeah, I wouldn't be complacent either. I never look beyond my opponent, so I was focused on what I had in front of me, because anything can happen in boxing. You can have a bad night, like it happens. It's boxing, it's sport. So I was focused on my job that I had to do, but my team didn't even tell me that Mayer was coming, because it's one of them things where I don't need to know. It's irrelevant really until the fight's done, win, lose, draw. Then you can move on to the next. But when you're on a fight week, you should focus on what's in front of you.
Obviously, Mikaela herself, she's moved kind of through the weights quite quickly since she moved up from 130. When you look at her now, you look at her frame, and you look at her most recent performances, how do you feel that she looks up at 154 now compared to maybe her earlier weights in her career?
I think she looks great. She looks strong, and I think she's improved as a boxer, but I love that. I'm going to beat the best version of Mayer. They're like, I wouldn't want to beat a version of Mayer that's maybe not as good as what she is now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like the fact that I'm going to be getting the best.
A victory here.
All right. So she's confident, right? If she can drag her into like a fight early, if I'm talking about Chantelle, if Chantelle can drag Mikaela into a fight early, get to that body in the first 2 rounds, make Mikaela carry the weight, then the shorter clock won't really save her, right? Because once your legs are gone, you know what I'm saying? We know the rest. Once your daggone legs is gone. So I don't know. Who wins this fight? Who do y'all think wins this fight? Who do y'all think wins the first couple rounds? Because that to me usually dictates the pace of the fight and who will actually win the damn fight. So I don't know. The winner, hey baby, hey Jay, what's going on? Nobody don't know who will win this fight? Okay, oh whatever. Listen, the winner becomes a 3-belt champion at 154, 1 belt from undisputed. The remaining champion is IBF title. I think there's one. Yeah, the IBF holder is O'Shea Jones. So if Mikaela Mayer champion, whoever winner, if the winner of this fight stays at 154, then O'Shea is the final woman standing between her and undisputed, right? So she becomes a possible opponent for Claressa Shields. And I'll say the one thing I need to say about Claressa Shields in a second, but anyway, she becomes a possible Lauren Price opponent, but Lauren Price fight would likely require Mikaela Mayer to return down to 147. Or, you know, they can negotiate like a catch weight or something like that. But that's a marquee fight if the numbers line up, basically. And she's a candidate to fight the Alycia Caroline winner at another weight, depending on, you know, where everybody lands. So this basically, okay. So I wanna know, like, does the winner even stay at 154 and chase that final belt against O'Shea, or move towards a larger fight? Because honestly, neither path is automatically safe. You know what I'm saying? One offers undisputed status, but we know O'Shea, you know what I'm saying, she's a hard out too for anybody. The other offers, you know, a bigger name, you know, fight maybe with Claressa Shields. But Claressa Shields has stated that she would like to fight Mikaela Mayer. But to me, a better name on her resume would be Chantelle Cameron. Chantelle Cameron is the only one who's ever beaten Katie Taylor. So that would be a better name to help her, you know what I'm saying, build better that resume that she got over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. If Mayer wins, then obviously she brings the belts to the situation. You know, a good name for the resume, whatever. But I think that Chantelle Cameron would actually be a better name for her, because she's the only person, like I said, who's ever beaten Katie Taylor. So you want Mayer to win? Why? You got Cameron. I think so too. I think Cameron's gonna pull it off. But what do you see? Nigerian Nightmare. Why you want Mikaela Mayer to win? What do you think? What do you think she does better than Chantelle Cameron, in your opinion? I think Mikaela Mayer's a dog. I really do. So I'm excited for this fight in general. For real. And all the fights that he could bring after that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, because there's another card that's going to be fire. Let me pull this up. The one with Alycia Baumgardner. And we know that she has now signed to fight Elif Nurtaran. So MVP is definitely stepping it up, and they ain't playing. You know, this was definitely something I didn't expect. We now know that possibly we now know that it's a possibility with her moving to 135 that there will be a fight coming down the pike with Caroline Dubois and Alycia Baumgardner. So we won't have to wait much longer, hopefully, for that matchup. Maybe early next year. You know what I'm saying? Given that she gets past Elif. You know what I'm saying? I like Elif too. Elif can punch. So we're definitely gonna I don't know how technical she can be with Alycia, but but I do know that she packs a punch. So Alicia's definitely going to have to be careful in this particular matchup. But these girls, man, these girls are really getting to it. I'm so happy for them because it's been dry lately, right? It's been a little dry lately. So I'm glad these girls are giving us something that we can watch and something we can actually enjoy too. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. There's still been no announcement for some of these people. I'm not gonna say no names, but there's still been no real announcements for fights with some of the guys that we usually look forward to seeing fight, or just names that we readily know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm trying to get the graphic up. Okay, so we can talk about these fights on Sky. I told y'all a while back though that that this fight, because there was a purse bid for this other one. Remember I told y'all about the young lady that, God, what was this child name? I hate when I do that. So many damn names in my head. Yes, Ali. They went to purse bid. Remember I told y'all that last month or something like that. They went to purse bid. But here's where we're gonna. So this is gonna be Sunday, November 8th, College Park in Texas. So if y'all in the area, obviously it's gonna be on ESPN. This is 4 championship fights. 4. Okay, not one of them. This is a real card. So let's see. Alycia Baumgardner versus Alycia Turan. We saw her little promotional video, right? This is the IBF lightweight title. Okay, Alycia is moving up to 135 to challenge Elite, who's undefeated, 14-0 with 8 knockouts, right? I think, let me see. Yeah, they're under the same banner. Two different cards. Well, obviously they're 2 different cards, but the cross fighting with these 2 cards is crazy because, like I said, the Mikaela Cameron card is this weekend, and then their card is in November. That's basically 2 different chapters, but they can hop because, like I said, Mikaela, if she wins, she'll be back in line to fight Alycia Baumgardner again. I don't know. Like I said, it depends on what weight class she's going to go to. Who knows? I think Alycia, this card maybe. I think they're doing 3 minutes because Alycia fights 3-minute rounds now. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if Alicia's power travels because she has like 10 knockouts. We're gonna see if her power travels. We're gonna see, what she can do at 135 because Alycia is kind of big. Does that same right hand still put people away, or does she become, another puncher who can't hurt the bigger fighter? You know what I'm saying? Power is the first thing that betrays you when you move up. So we'll see. Is she going to be faster or merely smaller? You know what I'm saying? Speed advantage only matters if the power and the chin hold up to a new weight class. You know what I'm saying? So this is bold of her. We'll see. She can be the quicker, smaller woman, you know what I'm saying? But that can also cut both ways. Elise, she's 14-0. Like I said, she has 8 knockouts over most of her wins by stoppage. This is not a soft touch for Alycia at all. She's an undefeated champion with finishing power for real. So we're going to see. This is a real test for her at 135. 3-minute rounds, you know what I'm saying? So we know she has the stamina, but she hasn't done it at 135. So we'll see. Round 8, round 9, round 10, does that gas tank hold when the body shot lands from a bigger frame? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll see. Usually that's where it usually starts to show in the later rounds. So, we're going to see what happens to her 130. What she's going to do about her belts at 130. Is this a permanent move? I guess we'll see after her fight if she decides she wants to stay up there or if she decides she wants to move back down. I recommend she stay up there, though. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? She's vacating the division that she's conquered. She's conquered that division 100 times over. You know what I'm saying? If she comes back down, what was the point? You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But I'm going to be watching. Tierra Brown versus Ellie Scotney. This should be a good damn fight, too. This is a WBC featherweight. This is 126. They're both undefeated. Ellie Scotney is the reigning undisputed super bantamweight champion. She unified all 4 belts at 122. Now she's moving up to featherweight. So this is not a bridge fight for her either. This is a serious test. listen, Tierra Brown, we see how she give it up. She put hands, shoulders, knees, and toes on Scott Nicholson to win that belt, and she's been defending it ever since. She fights at 126, and Alicia's moving to 135. A future fight between them, maybe, because Tierra did express that she wouldn't mind fighting Alycia. But we're gonna see if she can get past Ellie Scotney first. And then we also have Scott Nicholson, like I just said, Tierra put hands, shoulders, knees, and toes on her. But she's fighting Yosidia. I think this is at 122. And then Rami Ali versus Mickey Krebs. This is for the vacant IBF. Remember, I told you this belt been vacant for like 162 years, and the WBO at 122. So these are more title fights. We'll see what happens. We do know that Caroline Dubois holds the belt at 135, and obviously they've been going back and forth online. She holds the WBO and the WBC at 135. So if Alycia beats Tehran, between the two of them, they hold 3 of the belts at that weight class. So we already seen this feud has been simmering for months. Dubois accused Alycia of avoiding her. Alycia called Dubois guppy. We're going to see. Both women are under the MVP banner. So there's no network wall, no promotional wall. There's no third party in the way. You know what I'm saying? The only thing standing between them and the unification is them, and see who wins these fights. But listen, we got to give these girls credit for getting in the ring and really doing what they got to do, because they out here really gloving up. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see. If Alycia and Caroline keep winning, then MVP has no choice but to make this fight. You know what I'm saying? They have no choice. They can make it happen. There's nothing standing in the way. So we'll see what happens after they win these fights. Both these ladies win, and then we'll keep it, we'll see what happens. But, they were trading some words. Let's see. So Caroline Dubois says, congratulations, coward. I know those 5 pounds were terrifying. Must burn not getting the fights you wanted. Nah, this works perfectly to me, punk. Make sure you win. I'll be seeing you next year. No more running. So Alycia says, until Bean hit, don't get quiet now. All that she ducking 135 talk. Now I'm fighting the champion. Y'all said everybody was avoiding. This is very true. Alif Nurturing, I've accused Caroline Dubois of ducking her myself. Because she originally was not looking at her. She wasn't looking to unify in her division. She was only calling out Alycia. So I have accused her about my damn self several times. So we'll see. If she catches Alycia with the bombs, yeah, man. This is a dangerous fight for Lily. I'm happy for her, though, man. Listen, I'm glad she said, listen, I'll fight who y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she throws a lot of wild women. Y'all gotta stop. Why y'all in here acting crazy? My boxing, I believe, that Cameron has more in her toolbox, and I'm picking her to win. If I was betting on the fight, I'm rooting for Mare. I think Cameron does have more to win. Hey, Steven, how you doing, baby? I think Cameron does have more in her toolbox to win. Yeah, she got a lot of smoke. She got a lot of smoke coming down the pipe, so she should be able to stay busy. I'm curious to see how this weight is going to look at her, look on her at 135. I'm also curious to see, how she moves, how she reacts, because these are bigger women. She's an itty bitty little thing. So we're going to see, and Alif is punching. Like I said, Alif is punching. She's not, her last fight, she didn't look that great. She didn't look that technical. So we'll see, because we know from the past weekend that we just watched, power doesn't always win you the fight. So we'll see how this all carries out. Oh my goodness. You said Caroline gonna put hands on Alycia. You come in the building acting crazy. Lord have mercy. Was she a snake fighter? No, but she was cleared. Okay, y'all. When y'all say she's pop, y'all gotta make sure y'all recite the fact that she was cleared as well. Alycia is standing on business. She definitely standing on business. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how this all shakes out. But like I said, these are 2 great cards that we are getting ready to see. So I'm excited. Now, let me see who else is acting a fool up in here. Well, not necessarily acting a fool, but we do have some fights. We have the Itauma card this weekend too. him versus Hrgović. Who child? First of all, I watched this little press conference that they had. Let me tell y'all something. It was hard for me to watch, only because Hrgović, like, his accent is really, really thick, but then he was talking extremely low too. So it was like kind of hard for me to even like get what he was saying. I'm gonna play it, and if it's too low, y'all let me know, and then I'll go to YouTube and I'll pull it back up and try and turn the volume up. But yeah, it was like I was trying to like feel his vibe, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously I want to see what's going on, see what type of energy he bringing to the fight. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I wanted to see, and then I wasn't aware that his accent was that thick. I tried my best to understand him. I really did. So I don't know. If y'all can understand him, then that's great, because the stuff y'all anyway, it's not really about me. But I couldn't really understand him. I look, I did my damn best. Okay, I was trying to do my doggone best to understand what he was saying, and to he was not only was his accent thick, he was talking like super low, in my opinion. So I don't know. Maybe I need to get my ears checked or something. I don't know. But yes, this is another fight that we have coming up this damn weekend. Okay, Itauma versus Hrgović. Now look, y'all, what y'all think? Y'all think this is a real test for him? Do y'all think this is a real test for Itauma? Right? Because listen. This is for the belt. Remember, I told y'all that it might end up being for the belt. Well, it is. Usyk vacated the IBF title. That's the first fact, and it matters more than people think, right? Here's the question that I think everybody skips. The one I want to actually ask: Usyk chose to vacate rather than satisfy his IBF championship path. We know he's been doing that for a while now, right? He's allowing him to pursue, the opportunities he values more, whatever, right? But champions usually don't vacate belts that they still want, which is fine. We don't want it, that's fine. We don't care, right? They vacate belts that have become a tax, right? We know, listen, they got to pay that money. The fighters that they rather, not fight, or whatever the case may be. But he walked away. The belt stopped being about who's the best heavyweight and started being about who can the IBF and the promoters build the most value around, in my opinion, right? So we're going to see. I think Frank Sanchez, I think he was the highest ranked IBF holder, contender anyway, and he was positioned for this opportunity. Remember, they paid him to step aside money. I told y'all that too. They said, here you go, take $5 and go sit down. We're gonna put Itauma in there. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that Frank Warren is trying to really build Itauma. So of course the IBF approved it, and now we have a title fight. But there has been some back and forth, if you call it. Why do they call you the Javelin, not the beat down? What are you talking about? Oh, what are you talking about? I'm nice to people. What y'all think I mean to people or something? Anyway, let me play this from their little press conference. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The energy was draining me. I couldn't do it, y'all. Here, this is what I got before I almost fell asleep.
Hello, welcome back. Great to see you. You had the win over Jermaine Franklin. Is this the litmus test now?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for coming out. This is a big test, of course. It's my toughest fight. Filip Hrgović ain't no mug. I think the beautiful thing about boxing is that Hrgović has achieved so much in this sport. He's beat so many well-known guys in not just British boxing, but in boxing in general, and he's won an Olympic bronze medal. And I guess the beautiful thing about my position is I can strip him away from all of that. So I'm ready to come when it comes to the day. I shall be ready.
I know you wanted to be world champion by 21. This is a world-class elite fight. What are his dangers that you have to be slightly concerned about, Moses, even in your cool, calm way?
Every fight poses a bit of danger. Obviously, Hrgović has proved that he can do certain things that, like I said, there's question marks on my career. So if I didn't get to answer them question marks against Jermaine Franklin, I'm sure I'll be able to answer them today.
Filip, Hello, nice to see you. It was great to see you in Doncaster, short and sweet against Dave Allen. You said to me that night, it is Moses. He won't reach the promised land. This is your chance. You want to become a world champion. Is this the very best Filip Hrgović at this stage of your career?
Yeah, history said that Moses never reached the promised land, and history repeats, right?
We wait and find out. How does it repeat in your eyes in the ring on the 29th of August?
Yeah, my job is to stop him to reach the promised land, to become champion.
Y'all see what I mean? I couldn't take it no more. So just a skim through. Child, please. Okay, please. Anyway, throughout this whole exchange, he said he doesn't think that Itauma was ready. That it's too early for him to be getting this shot. What do y'all think? Right? Now, I'm going to point out a few things. Like I said, the IBF, they've already approved this, fight for an IBF title. Now, this is not I don't want to do like conspiracy theories, but listen, the IBF just do any damn thing. They gonna get their hands on some money, okay? Who knows? Whatever. Whatever. This is a vacant title fight because, obviously this belt wasn't since he dropped them, so they are fighting for the vacant title. And we're going to see. Why Queensberry would benefit, in my opinion, is simple. Because this is where a young, marketable knockout artist, heavyweight champion, holding a world title is the single most valuable asset in British boxing, right? That belt would unlock domestic broadcasters. It unlocks future stadium fights. It unlocks a line of UK heavyweights who now all have a reason to call him out because fighting a champion sells, right? The belt isn't just jewelry. And listen, it's leverage. It's leverage. Let's be honest. They use these belts as leverage, especially, when they're friendly with certain sanctioning bodies. Tyson Fury has returned, but, he in his final stages, and who the hell knows if he's going to be fighting Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's best years are behind him, child. And every fight is damn near a comeback story. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Dubois is already established in the championship picture, but he's not the fresh 21-year-old star Queensberry has. So we're going to see. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think it's too early for Itauma to be taking this fight? Or do y'all think that I'm thinking Itauma was the goods, but I think a little litmus test wouldn't hurt him. What do y'all think? I think a test of this magnitude with somebody like Hrgović, who is, tough, who has the experience, I think it's good for him. I think it's good for him, and it'd be even better for him if he wins. Itauma was what, 21? 14 fights, 12 knockouts. He trains with what's that man named Ben something? I think he trains around the Fury camp. He's definitely legit in my opinion. He's a southpaw with lead hand control. He uses that lead hand to measure the frame and blind you before that straight left come. So I think he's prepared for this moment. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. His hands, in my opinion, are faster than Hrgović. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We can talk about his trainer though. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's definitely gonna matter. To me, all the trainers matter. I think his trainer used to train with Tyson Fury too, didn't he? He helped him for the Wilder fight, if I'm not mistaken. Who knows? But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens in this particular matchup. I think this is a good matchup for Itauma. I think this is a good test. What do you think his path to victory will be, though, for him or Itauma? Is he even genuinely interested in this fight? I think Itauma. Thank you, Thomas. Shout out to Thomas Hill for the jewels. I don't even know what these things are, these jewels, but shout out to you in the super chat or Jules.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Yeah. Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
Shout out to Thomas Hill. Yeah, I don't know. Y'all can tell me. What do y'all think? Who do y'all think is gonna come out on top of this fight? See, I don't know. I was trying to think like, what's his path to victory, right? Hrgović. I'm rooting for Itauma because I think the little baby. I think he got what it takes. I think he's one of those guys that'll fight anybody, and sometimes we got to put these old ones out to posture. Hrgović is not a knockout waiting to happen. Hrgović went 12 hard rounds with Zane and endured 8 physical demanding rounds with Dubois before the fight was stopped because, of his cuts and stuff. He has experienced adversity that Itauma has never had to. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I think he's in the Abel Sanchez camp. The man who built Gennady Golovkin, pressure machine, Olympic experience, and he's been through the ugly fights. Like I just said, Dubois, Zhang, you know what I'm saying? Listen, he's been in physical wars that either break you or harden you. So, we'll see what he brings. He has weaknesses though, you know what I'm saying? I think he tends to stay upright too much. He becomes straight, you know what I'm saying? Straight left counter is sitting there, right there. If Itauma times it, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? He likes to clinch. He on his hug me, hold me shit too. You know what I'm saying? A couple of these guys. Hey, so who knows? Moses gonna knock. Oh my goodness, who said this? I bet y'all know who it is. Mr. Lynch. I ain't even have to go all the way up and push the name up. I saw it. Mr. Lynch. Lord have mercy. Hi, Mr. Lynch. How are you, baby? Oh, boy. Y'all tell me who's gonna win this fight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just want him to have a test. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a good test for him. I think that ultimately he will win, but I want him to go through a little adversity. I'll get dropped or something because right now you're just walking through these ninjas, and I don't know if that's because that's how good you are or because the competition has been washed and old. I'm not gonna keep crowning these Negroes because I just can't keep doing it. But listen. The fight is either going to turn gritty or he's going to get him up out of here. I don't think Itauma is going to be in there taking a whole bunch of punishment. I think that he's more, he has a better boxing IQ and ring IQ than that. But what this means for him. So if Itauma wins, then he will be what? The second? Isn't that the second? I know him and Mike Tyson will have the same because I know Tyson entered the Barabek fight with 27-0. He enters this with 14 professional fights. So we're gonna see if Hrgović can make it physical and tiring, and Itauma has no answer for the championship round adversary. The veteran may steal this fight late. Listen, I don't know. We shall see. We're gonna see what's going on with these boys. Now, I think this is a good test. I do. I think we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, it's pretty basically open. You know what I'm saying, for Itauma. Tyson and AJ's playing tag your it or I don't know. Dana White and them is still measuring themselves. Who the hell knows? Listen. I don't know what's happening with these people. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on in this fight. And then y'all can tell me what y'all think. Nobody told me who they think gonna win. Who y'all got, Itauma or Moses? I seen somebody say they had Itauma knocking Hrgović out. Is that what y'all think gonna happen? Is that what y'all think gonna happen? I'm asking. I don't know. We shall see. I hope he wins though. I just hope, like I think all things said, I don't want it to be too easy for him. You know what I'm saying? That's not helping him. He needs rounds. He needs to get in there and he needs to show that he can go through adversity. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens in that particular matchup. But Let me see. Who else did I want to? Oh, you know what? This clout chasing nigga. I don't know how I almost let him escape Mocha's eyesight. Hold on, y'all. Pull him up right now. Because I got some things I want to say about him and his little funky ass, clout chasing ass. I don't know if this man, his manager, his trainer, or what. And I ain't talking about Keyshawn. We already dealt with that fraud. We ain't talking about him. We're talking about this other nigga. Hold on, I'm about to pull him up right now. He tried me. He tried it. So let's move the conversation along because I want to. I'm like itching to get to him, so I can cuss him out real quick. So it has come to my attention that this clout chasing Negro is back outside lying, again, putting smut on the good brother's name. We're going to deal with him. What's going on? What happened to my phone? Okay. So we're not going to spend too much time on him because it's not that important. But it has come to my attention again that this Negro is out here crying, clout chasing, and lying, as usual. Listen, I told y'all last week that he announced his little tight ass move to 160. Good, no one cares, right? But here he is again. Now, why are people back talking about Vergil? I don't know, right? This is making no sense to me. Jerome Ennis, get this bum out of here. Get him off my screen. Jerome Boots Ennis, okay, holds the WBO and the WBA titles at 154. Obviously, we know he snatched those off of Xander's back after whooping his ass. Josh Kelly is the IBF champion. This is a legitimate belt. Sebastian Pandora, he is the WBC champion. We know that he is busy fighting his mandatory. Boots and Kelly together consolidates 3 belts, right, into obviously one man's hand if they actually move past conversation, right? That's how you build towards undisputed the right way. Actual champions, actual belts, actually in the ring. So now, why is this Negro's name coming up? I told y'all before, he told my son he couldn't get nobody in the ring with him. Well, we know that that's bullshit. But his trainer, Robert Garcia, is out here running his mouth like Boots owes Vergil a career. Boots is ducking Vergil. Boots is ducking Vergil. Child, please. Okay? Boots is collecting championship belts. Vergil is out here with that little punk ass interim belt that he done had forever and a day. Okay? He had that belt since August of 2024. Jesus Christ. Dangerous. So he's so dangerous. That does not mean he's entitled. This is ridiculous. Like, being a good fighter doesn't mean that you get to skip the line, right? Being exciting doesn't mean you get to demand that another man's championship path bend around your will. Because, see, now you need him. So now you out here begging, lying, clout chasing once again. He's had that interim belt for 162 years. He never once pressed the issue to become a real champion. This is like, I don't understand that. The interim is not supposed to be a position. It's a holder for the full champion when the champion becomes available. It's a pathway. Not the same thing. You and Boots are not the same. You've held that belt since 2024. 2 years holding your next ticket. Like, what the hell are you doing? So the question that I want to know is, the one obviously Robert Garcia just won't answer. Has the WBC actually ordered this fight, a Fundora fight with Vergil? Because if the WBC hasn't forced the fight, then what is Vergil waiting for while he screams everybody's ducking? Like, you don't get to be a placeholder for 2 damn years. You could have been pressed the issue if you wanted to be a champion. I don't understand this. Listen, whatever. Vergil's dispute with Golden Boy miraculously went away. after interfering with negotiations earlier this year. We know that, but we know that was BS because as soon as he signed to fight Xander, miraculously those issues disappeared. So now they've miraculously resolved their legal dispute. So, okay, but that's an excuse then, and it's an excuse today. If he's legally clear after y'all resolved our issues, then bring a fresh offer to Jerome Boots Ennis. He is a champion with 2 belts now. I mean, am I in the twilight zone? On top of that, there's the money, the financial split. Vergil wanted previously, I don't know what, 50-50, or he wanted A-side privilege. None of that applies today. Yesterday's price ain't today's price, boo. You decided to stay out of the ring for whatever Golden Boy, whatever y'all had going on. Boots' leverage has completely changed, baby. He has 2 belts in 1. He's not chasing anybody for a fight anymore, except other champions. The 3rd belt, like I said, we gonna see what's going on. He gonna go get his little cuts looked at or whatever the hell it is he got to do, and then we gonna see if we can get him in the ring. And then we'll decide if Vergil's worth the fight. But Vergil is the one who needs Jerome Boots Ennis to validate his career. Let's make no mistakes about this. Yes, that was a fight that we were all interested in seeing years ago, maybe even earlier this year, but then they started playing these silly little games. So we got to keep it moving. That's it. We're not off you, Vergil. We're busy. We are booked and busy. Now, I don't know what Kelly's going to do. You know what I'm saying? He got a bad cut in his last fight. So he needs some time to recover naturally. So basically, they're trying to say that now that, Kelly is vulnerable, so that's why Boots is going after him. Now, remember I told y'all, I was talking really about Rick Meridian when I said manager, promoter, whoever, don't need. And Robert Garcia is another. He's another one who just don't know how to be quiet and mind his own business. He's another one. And I love him to death. I think he's an amazing trainer, but that's what he needs to be doing. Yeah, Mr. Fist. It's an invitation to an ass whooping. Come get it or don't. It's ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. It is absolutely ridiculous. But like I said, now they're trying to say that Boots is going after the weaker champion. Whatever. Whatever. He's fighting the IBF champion with a legitimate belt, and somehow he's the one protecting himself. Okay. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, okay. Listen. Kelly may or may not be the more dangerous opponent, but he brings the IBF championship, where Boots has always said he wants his belts. That is the distinction. Vergil brings an interim belt that don't nobody care about. Kelly brings a real one. I'm not saying who hits harder. I'm not saying who's going to be a better fight. I'm just basically letting y'all know what Boots is after and who has what he's after. And we don't really care about your ducking narrative no more. Vergil, we're tired of you. Ain't you about to go fight somebody from the senior department of box rec or I don't know? Go play. We're busy. This is a unification fight for Jerome Boots Ennis. You have the opportunity to fight him, and you have the opportunity to fight Xander. You tried to big dog both of them as if somehow you was really running shit. Boots and Kelly are both aligned with Matchroom. You know what I'm saying? This unification can actually get made faster. And Vergil, well, listen, you can stay exactly where you are for the next 2 years for a weekend. Listen, the promoter is going to control both sides. That's going to be Eddie Hearn. That fight can be smooth. You over there with Oscar De La Hoya posturing and all this other kind of stuff that we don't have no time for. And there's another aspect to it too. Let's talk about the money. Boots Kelly first, then maybe Boots and Vergil. Makes more money than either fight alone. Kelly consolidates a third belt. Vergil stays maybe as the big name Martin, you know what I'm saying, matchup down the line, whatever. Every fight gets bigger than the one before. So really and truly, we will be doing you a favor by fighting you. I mean, once he collect all the belts that he want to collect, if he want to take his time to go to run back and fight you, fine. But you going up to 160. Right? That's what you said. You're going to go up to 160, try and challenge Xander when you could have fought him at 154. I mean, yeah. It's really foolishness. Don't mock me, Thomas. You know what? Go sit in your car, Thomas, and come back when you're ready to behave, okay? It's just ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Now, Vergil demands, I think, Fundora for the WBC if he can. But, you know, he's busy. You know what I'm saying? He's been interim for 2 years. Like, it just baffles me how all of a sudden now everybody's ducking you. What the hell are you talking about? You see how people try to spin things to create their own narratives? It's not that complicated. You were an interim champion for 2 years. You could have pressed the issue at any time. You did not. Move around. You know? I don't know. These people. Ciao. I have no idea what's going on. But I just thought I'd give my 2 cents on that because I am so tired of these people attacking my little boots, Ennis. I'm tired of it. For no reason either. It's ridiculous. I don't know why they don't like them. They got a problem with them. It's just, I don't know. It's stupid to me. But whatever. Now, let's get into the conversation that I know a lot of people are having. Some people consider it upset of what happened last weekend with Rolly Romero and Teófimo López. Now, you know, actually, I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna let y'all come here and talk to me because some of y'all was right mad, honey. I seen some of y'all. Oh, baby, I was reading some of y'all comments and stuff. I said, look at these people acting like they're crazy. Some of y'all really believe that that Rolly was robbed, don't y'all? Child, please. I'm gonna tell y'all my theory, and y'all know me and my conspiracy theories. So be ready. Because y'all know I'm gonna tell y'all my wild conspiracy theory, honey. But listen, it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame, really. It's really truly a shame. But we're gonna see. We're gonna play some clips because first of all, TEO looked beat the hell up in that post conference. But oh man, some of y'all was hooping bad. But I'm telling y'all, listen. And then I hear some of y'all running around here talking about something. Oh, TEO's trash. TEO's trash. Well, TEO just be Rolly, so what do that make Rolly? Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Y'all, some of y'all is crazy. Man, making 100 million excuses for why Rolly got his ass whooped. How about Rolly should have threw them goddamn punches? How about that? Lordy. Y'all want my conspiracy first, or y'all want me to just recap the fight real quick? Because y'all know I'm itching to get y'all my conspiracy. But I don't have to give y'all my conspiracy. Y'all don't mother's conspiracy. I won't give it to y'all. Listen, let's just get into the technical breakdown of what happened. Okay. Now listen, I would bring it up, but PBC, man, they don't be playing with their clips, yo. I'm trying to tell. I was fighting for like 2 weeks to get that damn EJ, and I did a tribute to EJ. So I'm not messing with them. We're gonna do some clips. I mean, I can go and pull up some stuff from maybe Instagram or something like that, but I was scared. Y'all know how this PBC don't be playing with them clips. They be done shut down the Carter on us. So we definitely gotta be easy with them PBC clips. But listen, I think it was TEO landed. What did that damn report say? 62 jabs. I think it was 62 jabs. Right. That's not a big number. That's not a highlight reel number, but it's the number that win rounds, right? And it's the number that people never count. Jabs score. They control distance. They rack up points on scorecards. A clean jab is a real good punch, even when it doesn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? That keeps a puncher like Rolly from setting his feet because you can't load up when a jab is in your damn face. Lord of mercy. Oh, man. Rolly landed. Let me see something. What did I say? Oh, my goodness. I don't know how many Rolly landed. Poor thing. I know I see him snapping TO's head back a couple of times, though, so I don't know. There was a couple that made, me think like, oh, TO, you might go out. But here's the thing. The hard punches that doesn't automatically produce like a 10-8 round without a knockdown. And I said that in my video. I said if Rolly can't knock him out, how does he win? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Did y'all think it was competition? Did y'all think that, Rolly could have did more? Because I know Silas, he wanted Rolly to be patient, pick his shots. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he's saying in the corner. Patience, it could have turned into inactivity with TO. TO Sr. was alert. He was sober. He wanted that body work. He wanted some double jabs. He wanted to control the distance. Here's the thing. Y'all know that Teófimo López is hella inconsistent, right? But I knew that he was more technically savvy than a Rolly. So, I don't know. But I'm going to let y'all come up here and rant because I know some of y'all feelings is hurt when Rolly lost. But I'm going to give y'all my conspiracy theory while I put this in the chat. So, listen. My conspiracy theory is that TO, just hear me out. So y'all start saying I'm crazy. Well, y'all know I'm crazy anyway, so I don't care if y'all say that. But here's my thing. My conspiracy theory, y'all. I think that TO lines Rolly up for that belt back. See, Rolly thought that he was going in here to give his friend an opportunity to put a little bit of cake in his pocket. But TO had other plans. Teófimo López saw this as a way to get a belt back in his hands at another weight class. He sold his friend out for a belt. That's my theory. But y'all know I'm crazy. So yeah, y'all can't pay my theories no mind. But I'm telling y'all, I think that TO looked at Rolly like a lick. Rolly thought he was doing his friend a good favor. Just the same way with Tank and Lamar. Tank trying to extend a hand of courtesy, put some light on your ass because you in the dark and don't nobody care about you over there on Pro Box. He tried to bring you into the light. Step into the light, Caroline. And this is how you repay the brother. You go on a draw tour for a whole year and a half. You see what I'm saying? You can't help your friends. Maybe that's why Shakur don't want to fight Keisha. I don't know. It's my theory. Y'all know I'm crazy, so pay me no mind. But, Sexy Kendra, he made you lose money, baby. We're going to kill his car. I'm just kidding. No, but I'm saying, y'all, I'm just telling y'all what I'm just telling y'all what I saw. And I saw it at the press conference, because did you see how T.O. was still looking at him, even after Rolly turned around? I said, he done lined Rolly up. Don't know. Who knows? So, yeah, the brotherly games. Listen, I'm just telling y'all what I think. Now, with that being said, and now we know that, he was very, very upset. Did y'all see Rolly backstage? Let me pull that up, because I think that's on the Instagram. I'm not messing with PBC. But I think I saved it on my Instagram. Hold on. Because Rolly didn't want to talk. He didn't really want to be bothered. It looked like he was just so defeated, right? He just looked defeated, honey. We're going to get into T.O. ass in just a second. But, oh, man. I thought I saved it. I guess not. But when he was backstage, he did not want to engage. He didn't really want to talk to them. He didn't really want to be bothered with anybody. It's like almost like he couldn't believe that he lost. And then he said something about a rematch, but T.O. said he ain't giving him no rematch. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all. Listen, yo, I'm telling y'all. He lined him up. Oh, okay, wait. This is on Lord, please don't strike me. It's on the Instagram, so I should be okay. Because I want to look at this. It's on Instagram, so I should be all right. Hold on. It's T.O.
Fighters, hit me. but we had to go and push the fight if need be. There was a shot that he hit me with, woke me up, and I told him right there, I said, you got to do better than that. And I just kept saying, you ain't going to take me out. It's not that easy. You're going to take me out that easy. So I want to let all you guys others know, all you other fighters, hit me. But we had to go and push the fight if need be. There was a shot.
Now you see, he got in there talking tough, and his friend, who he thought was his friend, said, no, baby, I'm here to get my belt back. So I listen. What did y'all see? Y'all tell me what y'all saw, how y'all saw this fight. Emotionally, there was like some $5,000 bet or something. But TEO said, if y'all were paying attention to TEO said he felt insulted that Rolly even agreed to the fight. I'm telling you, he lined him up from the gate, yo. It's nasty business, this boxing game. Real nasty business. But it happened, you know? Let me see. What else TEO talking about over here?
Who would you take if it was up to you?
Who was up to me?
Yeah.
Just the winner out of Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn or Liam Paro. I'm hearing rumors of Kambosos and Paro. So that would be great to see Kambosos back again at 147 and we face for a unification. Whatever comes to it.
Who would you take if it was up to you?
Who was up to me?
Yeah.
Just the winner out of Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn or Liam Paro. I'm hearing.
So, this is him on his little conversation tour, right? And he's talking about who's next and this and that and third. But y'all know he inherited a mandatory, right? He inherited a mandatory, and now let's listen to what he say about his mandatory that he inherited. Teófimo López is crazy.
Regular. He's a regular. He's a regular.
He's not.
No?
He's not my mandatory.
Okay.
By the sanctioning rules, he's not my mandatory.
Gotcha.
And I think they lied. I think they lied to him.
Yeah. All right.
That's that. And
contract.
Well then, hey, I'm always willing to fight anybody and everybody. So if I'm misjudged by it, then
that's why I'm glad you won at the weekend.
Yep.
I'm glad you won at the weekend because I know you don't duck nobody. It'd have been more difficult to get Rolly in the ring, but I'm happy for you. But we've got to get it on.
He's your mandatory. That's all
regular.
You need to know.
He's a regular.
He's your regular.
He's not.
So is he the mandatory or not? This is nasty business, but congratulations to Teófimo López. And I know Shakur was extremely happy because now his resume can age a little better instead of like dog water. So we're definitely going to see. Who do we think that he fights next? I'm going to be honest with y'all. Teófimo a little bit on the small side to be at 147. So I'm not really even sure how much noise he can make up there. The Jack Catterall fight, nobody wants to see it, whatever. But if he's a mandatory, then he's a mandatory. There's fights with Devin Haney. There's fights with Liam Paro. We have the champions up there. So we'll see. But I'm telling you right now, Teófimo is a little small to be at 147. That power didn't look like it entirely carried. But, Rolly to me fought a little hesitant, maybe. He fought a little hesitant, but that doesn't take away from the fact that Teófimo López is more skilled than him. I mean, we just got to call a spade.
You want the winner of Conor Benn and that's the real fight.
Ryan Garcia, that's the real fight. Absolutely. I think this is the road to undisputed. My job is to unify. So whatever champion, I know that's the next coming fight right now at welterweight. So looking forward to any of those guys.
Devin Haney, though.
Devin Haney. I want to wait with me and him for undisputed.
Could you imagine real quick if he beats Devin Haney eventually for the undisputed welterweight champion, becomes a 3-division Ring Magazine champion? Yep. How few of those there have ever been in the history of boxing? Legit, not just sanctioning bodies, legit world champion of 3 different weight classes. Very few.
He got a resume. He's been on a resume. Before we move on, I just got to know for my record. This is not even the show question. It's my question. Okay. Is Rolly as bad as I think?
Yes.
He's terrible. Yeah. You want the winner of Conor Benn and
you see that? You see that? But I thought that was your friend. You see? Y'all, man, I'm telling y'all, he lined Rolly up. He lined Rolly up. He lined him up. Now you're gonna sit up there and talk about him like he trash? You see what I'm saying, Thomas? Look at the snake in the grass, man. Y'all got to keep y'all grass cut low. Snakes everywhere. Snakes everywhere. He snaked them. I'm telling you. I don't know. That's just what I see. But y'all know me. I'm always on some conspiracy theories, thinking there's some voodoo going on. Y'all know mother. It's always y'all know I always got a conspiracy theory and some voodoo. But I'm telling y'all, when I was watching stuff like that, and I was listening to him in the after the post conference, and now all of a sudden Rolly trash and this and this that, I'm like, oh, you lined your man's up. You lined your man's up. Well, it's always gonna be that, Thomas. You know they can't do nothing functional without mentioning Gervonta St. Davis. You know that. Come on now. We already know that though. We knew that for a while. So that's nothing new. But you know, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see about the unification. We're gonna see what these niggas
Conor Benn, he's training here in Santa Monica, Max, getting ready for the big fight against Ryan Garcia. It's gonna be September 12th. And I am told, and you don't hear this a lot really, I'm told that he is training for the knockout. He knows that Ryan Garcia has been stopped before, happened against Gervonta Davis. He got dropped against Rolly Romero. Conor Benn wants the knockout. He's shown that he has big power at 47. This is going to be his first fight at the weight in, I believe, 4.5 years or so.
To me, that's actually news, Gabe, because not everyone trains for the knockout, right?
Yeah.
You hear a lot of fighters say, hey, I'm going to train to beat him. If the knockout comes, it comes. What does this mean to you?
I think this is the way he can win the fight, is by knockout. I don't think he can win the fight on points with Ryan. So it's smart if that's what he's aiming for, but it's going to be really tough. Him coming down from 60 to 147.
That's scary.
I mean, you might lose that power. You know, that's what happens most of the time when Roy Jones, perfect example. Heavyweight champion of the world, went back down to 75 and he lost that pop. So, you know, it's going to be
even
Eubank
too. Even when Conor fought Eubank, losing all that weight, it showed in the second fight. So I didn't think that till you mentioned it, because I thought that Conor's going to win this fight.
Conor Benn, he's training here in Santa Monica, Max, getting ready for the big.
First of all, Gabe, you better keep Roy's name out your mouth. Let's start there. Secondly, I don't know how you can train for a knockout. What Conor Benn really truly needs to be doing is actually just training to be strong. He looked like a crackhead at 147. Okay, he looks terrible. I don't know what in the world possessed him to agree to that weight. He has not fought at that weight, if I'm not mistaken, since 2017, 18, 19, somewhere along those lines. He has not fought at that weight class in forever. So I'm not sure what advantage he really thinks he's going to have going into this fight. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know. But let's, I don't know. Oh, this is Charlo saying he's on his way back. Oh, after he praised.
What'd you
think?
Great job, TEO.
Man, I was bummed we didn't get to see the fight.
We got some big stuff coming up.
Yeah, you're going to stay still in shape, right?
I got to stay in shape. I got to stay right. Got to stay mentally focused. And the big fight's coming. So
I was going to say, man,
I still going to get the Australian guys. So, you know what I mean? I know, man. It wasn't up to me. You know what I mean? So shout out to all
So if it is up to you, when would you be in again next?
I'll be in there soon. They'll tell you. They're going to release it.
It's coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Be good?
I'm ready, baby.
What you think?
So we're going to see.
Great job, team.
We're going to see. We're going to see what happens with some of these guys, like I said. But the Moses and Itauma and Hrgović fight, who y'all got winning? Mikaela Mayer and Chantelle Cameron. What? Thomas, go to your car. Okay? Go to your car. Yeah. He hasn't. He has not had a knockout since the egg situation that he got going on. You know, so we'll see. And if I'm not mistaken, there's no drug testing for this particular matchup. Am I correct in that? There's no drug testing for this fight? I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Battle of the juices. Somebody said battle of the juices. But, yeah, man, it's looking crazy out here. I personally think that, like I said, I don't know. I don't know. For where do we think Rolly goes from here? Where do we think Rolly goes from here, though? What are his options? He's at 147. You know what I'm saying? He's no longer a champion. First title defense. It looks like he, you know, did. Hey, Dub, what's up?
What up? What up? Can you hear me?
Barely. You sound like you hiding. You want to witness protection?
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me fix my mic.
All right, now get it together. You out of order. But yeah, where does Rolly go from here? I mean, he's still at 147. He has options, not a lot, but he does have options. I would assume that he would have to start. Did you want me to remove you? Dub?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Do I sound better?
You sound still far away though. What's up though?
Nah. Hey, I'm just coming to cook real quick. I ain't got a chance to talk to you in a minute, so hey, I had to show you a little.
Oh yeah, well, let's start with the fights last weekend. What did you think of the Rolly and TEO fight, and then the Antonio fight?
Absolutely horrible. I don't understand why Rolly thought that he could sit there and try to fight off the back foot when we ain't never seen that man ever fight off. We ain't never seen it from him. And then this the game plan you want to go to? Why would you go to that game plan? It didn't. None of it made sense to me. Really, I thought.
But hold on, because he wasn't really listening to Ishmael though.
Agreed. Ishmael was telling them, take the center of the ring, bro. You gotta lead this thing, and he didn't do none of that. And he looked horrible in my personal opinion. I didn't think the fight was close. I thought the judges was out of order for even saying it was a damn majority decision. I thought we seen some of the worst judging we done seen in a long time.
Do you think that Rolly thought he was going to get a PBC special? Do you think that Rolly thought he was a PBC special?
Maybe. Well, I didn't. He might have thought that. I don't know why he would have thought that. But even if you thought that, you still fought the worst fight to even get a special. You can't get no damn special doing the nonsense he was doing.
Yeah. I mean, some people say he was pulling his punches. Did it look like that to you?
Say it again.
Dub? I said some people are saying it looked like Rolly was pulling his punches. Did it look that way to you?
I don't want to go as far as saying he was pulling punches, right? I can't prove that, so I don't want to say that. At the same time, I thought that, man, even though it would have been coming into TEO wheelhouse, coming forward, being the front-footed pressure guy, the individual that's going to be throwing the bigger, heavier shots, that was your path to victory. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he was pulling punches. Like I said, I hate to say fighters pull punches. That ain't really something I like to say. But it just, man, it was a horrible look the way the fight kind of played out. It was just horrible.
So what do you think Rolly where does Rolly go from here?
Yeah, they done already made him 10th in the damn rankings. I think when I looked at it, I seen him 10th or something. I said, damn. After losing one fight,
fast.
They done already dropped the nigga. No disrespect to him, but they done already dropped him. So I don't know exactly, like, if I was Rolly, you know what I'm saying, I'd be looking to get a fight with what we would call a tune-up, you know what I'm saying? Something close to a tune-up. But I don't know, man. That's an interesting question to say, where does he go from here? I really don't know. Because after his performance, I just think that it ain't like, and the other thing with Rolly is because he's awkward, you know what I'm saying, difficult style, but we've seen him. I thought Jackson Martinez beat him, right? Thought Ishmael, what's the old man name?
Oh, you talking about the nigga who beat who put hands, shoulders, knees, and toes on?
Hell yeah, him. You already seen, like, I don't know how you deal with Rolly simply because the awkward style is one thing, but then, you know, he got the punching power. But if you put him in the ring with a good boxer, he seems to struggle. So it's really hard to figure out what you do with Rolly. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to figure that out. That's a really great question. I got to think about that one as far as how you maneuver him forward to make him successful again. Um, I would try I put him in the ring. Me personally, I'll put him in the ring with a damn puncher. Hey, somebody who can crack. You know what I'm saying?
Well, who?
A puncher, somebody who can crack. So
Well, you know what? Now that you said that, because Brian Norman has been saying that he hasn't been getting fights, that a lot of people are ducking him. So let's see what Brian Norman, if he names him. Because he wants that belt back.
That'd be a good fight. I think Junior versus
It's number one and the WBC. He just beat a guy. He really didn't win, but he just beat a guy named Quentin Randall, who I 10-0 back in 2023. I won 10 rounds to 0. So Raul Curia, I will fight you for that number one spot, and whoever wins with Ryan Garcia and Conor Ben, let's run that. You got him. You got Alexis Rocha. We tried to make that happen in the past. He said no. And guess what? We're here again. What's up? You got him. Honor Barboza. What's up with you? Keyshawn Davis. You wouldn't take the Devin Haney fight, but guess what? I'm right here. What's up with you? I can't really think of no other names, but no matter what, since the champions, they ain't trying to bang, they ain't trying to get busy. Cool. I'm gonna let y'all have it right now. But guess what? I'm gonna trap every single last person into a corner. I'm gonna be number one in every ranking. No matter what I gotta do, y'all gonna have to fight me. And that's what I'm down to do. But by any means necessary, whoever I gotta fight, whoever you gotta put in front of me, I'm down to make that happen. Raul Curiel is number one in the WBC. He just
So what y'all think? Y'all think Brian Norman back up in the mix? He obviously, I mean, maybe he can fight Roll.
That'd be a good fight. I think that'd be the perfect fight to kind of make right now, especially for Rolly. You know what I'm saying? And I love Junior mentality of, all right, yeah, the champion's doing what the champion's doing, and they ain't talking about me like that. So fuck it, I'm gonna get it from the mud. You know what I'm saying? I got it. I figured out I'm gonna get it from the mud. And
I gotta see where he's ranked again. Brian Norman Jr. now.
He got to be ranked. Well, I think he's still like, I know he's the number one individual for the WBO. You know what I'm saying, to fight Devin, but you know Devin like, well, I don't beat him, so that fight kind of out the way. But in the other rankings, because he was the champion, I believe he's kind of ranked lower in the other rankings because he was the champion at the time. And you know, once you become a champion in one ranking, then you kind of get dropped out of all the other ones. And so, but even with that being said, I think that hell, if he can get in there with Rolly, I'll pay. Hey, that's a fight I love to see. I love that fight. So that's what I'll be trying to do. But him working it and trying to get it out the mud, man, I respect that a lot. You know, I'm a Georgia nigga anyway. So
Who do you think wins that fight?
Man, I think Junior put hands and feet on Rolly.
Really?
I do. I could be wrong, but and one thing with Rolly is you can never count him out of anything because he got power. You know what I'm saying? The nigga got power, so he always got to punch his chance. And even in this fight, he showed more boxing ability than I thought he would show. So I give him credit for it. It's just I don't think TEO is the individual to go in there and try to box against. You know what I'm saying? TEO, regardless of what we think of him, the nigga can box. You know what I'm saying? He always then showed the ability to have good speed, counter punching ability, things like that. And so I don't think you ain't to the level where you can go in there and box with a TEO. But I think there are other guys that Rolly could go in there and box with as well as bang with. And I think he got to find, man, if he would have listened to Ishmael Salas in this fight, I think he could have. I think he could have stopped Teófimo López. I didn't think that TEO punches was hurting him. You know what I'm saying? TEO did. He was the more active fighter, did the better body work. You know, those type of things. But overall, if Rolly would have really pressed TEO, I think Rolly would have won that fight. He decided he wanted to sit back on the back foot and quote unquote box when that ain't your game, bro. That's not your game. Hey, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm about to fix my mic. Let me fix my mic.
Okay.
Can
Listen.
you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know why you're so low, but I can hear you. I don't know if the chat guys put a 1 in the chat if you can hear Dub. He's very low, but I can still hear him. For whatever that's worth. I don't know if you guys can hear him. I don't know if you all can hear him, but nevertheless, I don't. So what do you think Rolly was doing? Do you think he was holding back? That's what I said. Y'all think he was pulling punches? Y'all come up here. He's low. Okay. So Tanya, you come in acting crazy. So what's up, Banda baby? So with that being said, y'all think that Rolly was maybe I don't even want to say the wrong game plan because Ishmael, from what I understood, he was telling him the correct things to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily he was being told the proper things to do. He just was not doing them. What's going on, Be More Bully? What's up, Mr. Lynch?
I'm sitting back here. Hey, I'm sitting back here and I'm listening to Dub and I'm like, yo, this damn fight, I can't take it no more. This fight was a shit show. It was a shit show. The only excitement was when Rolly put him down on his knees, got the knockdown, and the ref mysteriously waved it off. How can you wave off a knockdown? He hit the ground, knee and glove. And I was like, what the hell? All right, bam, they go in through it. Rolly got into the point in the second half where he kept his hands in his pocket. And I will never, for the life of me, figure what the hell. All he was doing was spamming that check left hook, check left hook, check left hook. And it was ridiculous. There was one point, I believe it was the 6th or the 7th round. Rolly hit that joker with a left and right, straight right, and TEO went back like, whoa, his face turned distorted. And I'm sitting here wondering, and then he stopped. I was like, why are you not jumping on him? I was like, oh man. And after that, he put his hands deep in his pockets and didn't do anything but just go around in a circle throwing the check left hook. A lot of times, what was accurate, he just started missing. And don't get me started on TEO. He really didn't do any damn thing to win this fight.
Hey, real quick, do I sound better?
All he did was spam, and he did the opposite. He was spamming the left jab. He was spamming that jab to the midsection, constantly hitting his gloves, hitting TEO gloves. And I was like, what the hell is going on with this? Bleeding all over the place. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, this fight was the worst choreographed piece of WWE work I've ever seen.
I don't want to say it was. I don't want to go as far as saying that it was choreographed or anything like that. I don't want to put that on their name, but I felt like Rolly, this nigga came in with possibly the worst game plan I've ever seen. And just being honest, I understand if he wanted to sit there and fight on the back foot because TEO struggled to come forward. But when TEO started stepping to you, nigga, you should have met him in the sitting of the ring and let your hands go and start cracking this dude. That's how you had the opportunity to win the fight. For you to sit there and move on the back foot, not throw shots, spam the check hook like my brother just said, you spamming this check hook, and when you landed it, it's cool. It was good when you landed. The problem is you ain't throw it enough, and I don't know, to sit there and act like you a true counterpuncher, it just didn't make sense to me. When Ishmael Silas told this nigga, man, you want to be great, right? You want to be a Hall of Famer. Nigga, take the center of the ring. Man, push him back. Make him fight you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And really, T.O. was the one going out there. T.O. Daddy, his instructions was still horrible. I'm just being honest. His instructions was still horrible. But it just seemed like Rolly, I don't know what the hell that was, bro. Like, it was a horrible look, and it was a horrible fight to watch. Like, that was one of the raggedest fights we didn't seen in a long time. No disrespect to him. Hell, he looked at, and y'all know I love Devin. The nigga looked like Devin fighting Jose Ramirez, doing the damn the cha-cha slide around the damn ring. Why are you cha-cha sliding out here, bro? Punch. Go fight. That's what you known for. That's what you good at. You good at punching. You got power. Go fight. And I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand what the hell he was doing.
And then another thing is that got me was the fact that, okay, Rolly, you circled, you worked the check hook, you was trying to win that front foot battle, okay. Second half of the fight, going into the 6th, 7th, 8th, going into those later rounds, he should have started pressing. You got him injured. He's bleeding. He really can't see out of one eye, out that eye. You got him bloody. Now, start going down the pike on him. You know what I mean? All it took was a double jab, straight right. Mix it up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. You mix it up however you want to do it. And T.O. would have just been falling apart in that ring. He couldn't.
Once he had T.O. bleeding, man, what they tell you target those areas. When you get somebody leaking, you target the area. And I understand you want to hook and land that shot. I got that. But learn to set it up. Rolly won, Jack. I don't know what it was such a tough fight to watch, and trying to figure out exactly what the mindset of Rolly was. You know what I'm saying? I even said, hell, I think T.O. would beat him as long as he came in and had as long as he had the right mind state. He came in the right mind state as far as him and his father go. Well, first off, we know T.O. he's not a good come forward guy. He's not that. And he's walking in the early rounds. I was like, okay, Rolly, is he trying to set a trap? Maybe he's trying to trap him into thinking he can walk him down. And then as I continue to watch, I'm like, well, it wasn't a trap. I don't know what happened. I'm not quite sure what was going on. Just watching the fight, and it's like, I don't know. It just was a bad look for Rolly, man. That was a horrible look. It wasn't even a good look. T.O. won the fight, but he didn't do nothing significant in the fight.
Do y'all think it was a bad style matchup?
I don't know what the hell that shit was.
We've never seen Rolly fight this style. We've never seen Rolly fight off the back foot.
That's one thing. I was like, he barely had problem when he fighting when he pressing. He should have went back to what he know best, press. You got an injured man in front of you. You almost knocked his ass out. You know what I mean? You know the power there, so you got to start going in there. You got to go at him. If he would have just fought like he fought a lot of his other fights around that time, he would have won. Seriously. He would have won. When he had him hurt, I don't understand what is the problem that these cats don't understand. You just don't jump in swinging wild. Go ahead, test them, bring them up, set them up, reset, jab, bam, 1, 2, bam. That's all it would have took, and he would have been out of there.
It didn't even have to be nothing special. That was my problem.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be special. Instead of walking some type of way, dancing around the damn ring, all you had to do as he's stepping, you step. That create y'all. Now y'all in range, and you let your hands go. It's not like and you hurt him. You had the man hurt already in the fight.
And I know cats are saying he's not a boxer, but at the same time, when you start boxing, the first thing you learn is everything work off the jab. Throw that jab. Everything works off the jab. That's how you set up shop. That's how you get working. That's how you get the ball rolling. You work off that jab. That's all he had to do.
Hey, let me ask y'all. I want in y'all opinion. I know, Jeb, you said was Rolly pulling punches. Do you think their friendship had anything to do with this fight?
Yeah.
I said that. I said I believe T.O. lined him up.
Yeah.
Man, nigga, I'll be friends with you. Look, and basketball is totally different than boxing is, right? We call this the hurt game for a reason. But at the end of the day, I'll be friends with you off the court. But when we get in between those lines, I'm putting buckets on you, and I'm gonna be talking shit to you. I'm talking crazy on the court.
Look, man, we seen Zeb and motherfucking Floyd go in the ring and damn near get in the fight during the middle of the damn fight.
Shit, the father
And
did.
after the goddamn, yeah. And then after the damn fight, Floyd said, I ain't gonna let them Bushwick motherfuckers fuck up my money. And he went on and they cut boxing. That's why he ain't jump in it when they was fighting in the middle of the ring. Floyd was over there sitting on the stool.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, it just was ridiculous to watch, man. And
Okay, so let me bring
unfortunately,
us to another
They
angle that I wanted
friends.
to take this. Yeah, they're friends. Well, one of them is friends because afterwards, ain't no friend of mine about to be sitting on the ring trashing me. So like, yeah, he's trash, this and that and the third. I'm telling y'all, T.O. lined him up.
Yeah, T.O. lined him up. Yeah, he lined him up.
listen.
He fell for it.
Yeah, he did. So here's my question too. That card was $80 goddamn dollars. PBC got to do better if they're going to charge people that much money.
man, that shit was trash. That card was trash.
Two trash ass pay-per-views back to back.
Everything that was on that card was trash.
The Earl Spence fight. Oh, I ain't even get into Yo-Yo.
Man, don't do it.
Night.
Don't, man, Yo-Yo's amended.
What the hell?
What
Man.
made you think that you need to be a goddamn boxer? No, nigga, you're a fighter.
Walk his ass down and put hands on the man.
Put him in that damn phone booth and keep him in the phone booth.
This nigga, man, Yo-Yo was doing jump punches and everything, goddamn. I'm sitting here like, I ain't never seen this many jump punches in my damn life. What are you doing, bro?
That was hard to watch, to be honest with you. And I was excited about that fight, but that was hard to watch. The only fight that I found interesting on that card was Antonio.
Hey, shout out to Antonio. That was a good fight. That was a good fight.
Yeah.
That was a good fight.
Spot.
Hey, man, if Antonio had Antoine Power, man, Antonio would be wrecking shit, bro. He ain't got the power, but
They're too inactive. They're too inactive. They're too
I agree.
All three of them.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that Antonio and Santillan fight. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm glad you just remind me. I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta check out the I missed the prelims Saturday. I want to see who's coming up next, who they working up.
Hey sis, hey, great interview earlier. I think
Thank you.
Young man Harvey.
Yeah, hey, I gotta bring this up, man. These judges this weekend were absolutely ridiculous. Amanda Serrano, and I love Amanda Serrano, I'm a fan. She ain't win that damn fight. She didn't win. Y'all, I don't give a damn what y'all want to tell me. I watched that fight. She did not win that motherfucker. And the judges to score it the way they did, out of order. Teófimo López clearly won the fight, and for the judges to have a majority out of order. These judges in boxing already. This thing got crazy. What these people are doing in boxing.
This has definitely gotten a little egregious. As far as the Amanda Serrano fight, I mean, listen, she's definitely slowing down. I'll say that she's definitely slowing down. She doesn't have the same, I guess, pizzazz that she used to have for sure. So she might want to consider doing what Katie Taylor is doing before one of these young, hungry lions do it for her. But 50 wins. That's an accomplishment. 32 knockouts, that's an accomplishment. So it was definitely a record-breaking weekend for some people. TEO and his little comeback story, I guess. Where does Rolly go from here? Where does TEO go from here? Let's be honest. TEO, he's a small 147-pounder. Yes, he's very athletic. Yes, he's more technically sound than Rolly. But at the higher level, who do we really expect TEO to be? Do we expect him to be Ryan Garcia? Do we expect him to be Devin Haney?
No, I don't.
Man.
Hell, at this point,
do we think he can be Ryan Norman Jr.? I mean,
man, Junior might stop him. I'm just
you
like
get in there with Brian Norman Jr.
I agree.
It's going to be another Brian Norman highlight knockout. It's going to go in the books, and the next thing you know, you're going to start seeing like a whole string of knockouts. Because once he get his footwork, look, once the new coach, I forgot his name, he keeps working with him, and he gets
Ronnie Shields. He working with Ronnie Shields.
Ronnie
Who working
Shields.
with Ronnie Shields? Oh yeah,
Yeah, Brian
Junior.
Yeah. Once he once Ronnie keep
I don't think
going
so
into him a whole bunch of new techniques, especially with his foot game, so he can stop overrunning his food. You know what I mean? So he'll be able to keep distance and hold it perfectly when he go to get up in the box on somebody. He's definitely gonna be on the right path. He's definitely already on the right path, but I see a whole bunch of stoppage.
I think it was
knocked out.
I think the fight against Devin was good for him. Go ahead.
And if he go up against Devin again, he gonna knock Devin out.
I don't believe that, but what I would that's right. Hey, I ain't got no problem with hold on, I ain't got no problem with that.
Stuff gonna have that Devin Haney cape tucked tight.
Hold on. I'll pick Junior to beat Devin. But I will. The reason I think it was such a good fight for him is because it gave him a style. He was so used to fighting from four individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Flat-footed Mexican. Let's call it what it is.
Hey, I didn't say it, you did, but I agree 100% with what you just said. But he was so used to that when he got in there with a boxer, somebody that's going to utilize their feet, you know what I'm saying, move around the ring, not be there to get hit all the damn time, he struggled in that fight. You know what I mean? And so, but I think you need that. As much as these people talk about sparring, you know what I'm saying? Sparring is one thing, but when you have to get in the ring under the lights and deal with a certain style, it's difficult. You know what I'm saying? And slick boxers, I don't give a damn what anybody will tell me. Slick boxers is the hardest motherfucker to deal with. They hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And the reason they hard is because what you used to landing, you ain't able to land like you think you're going to be able to land it. And then they got shit coming back at your ass.
Which slick boxer you talking about?
I was just about to say, who you talking about?
Devin Haney a slick boxer.
Oh, hell
Man,
no.
you done bumped.
I want to respect you, but I can't.
Oh, you got it. You gonna respect me now. You gonna respect me.
That's ridiculous.
Man.
Devin,
My documentary.
Hold on. Devin not a slick boxer?
That nigga will hug and hold you to death if that's what you keep asking.
So Devin ain't slick.
And what
Devin ain't nowhere near.
Man, y'all out of order, man. Y'all all the way out of order.
Devin is not no slick boxer, man. Cut it out.
Give me a fight that I can look at to see if Devin is a slick boxer. Now, give me a fight.
Brian Norman Jr. fight.
This is absolutely absurd.
So y'all telling me he won slick in that fight? But y'all out of order, man. Y'all out of order.
Hold on, Mr. Lynch. Outside of the second round knockdown, what did Devin do that was so slick?
He made sure he didn't get clipped with nothing.
That's because he hugs and holds. I just said That ain't slick, nigga.
Man, y'all out of order, man. Y'all so far though, they don't even make sense.
No, no.
Dub.
You are.
They don't even make sense.
Big Dre, what's up, baby? Talk to me.
Well, I just came up here to say, Dub, you are out of order.
Man, y'all gotta stop stealing my stuff now. Y'all gotta stop stealing my stuff.
No, you started this and you called Devin a slick boxer.
He is, man, bro. Y'all, this is crazy.
Okay, give me another fight besides.
Devin got a decent jab and maybe a two-piece every once in a while. He's a decent boxer. Ain't nothing slick about it. Ain't nothing slick about him. You add that to the fact that if you put him in there with a real fighter, I mean, not a boxing match, but a real fighter, he gonna lose. He got a right to
Y'all will tell me he gonna lose, but when Devin got in there against Junior, y'all picked Junior like I did. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is correct. I did.
Okay then. Okay, so we all picked Junior, and then we watched Devin go out there and put hands on the man. No disrespect to Junior.
You exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating. That's what happened.
Y'all have to
He
stop.
put hands, arms, and chest on that man. He hugged that man. They danced like they was in a ballroom.
Oh
man.
We have to stop using verbiage that does not align with the boxer we're talking about. When you say putting hands on somebody, you are not talking about Paw Patrol. Okay, we're not talking about that. Y'all kill me, BTA, associating that with Shakur. Y'all are misleading the fans.
I ain't misleading nobody. I'm telling the truth.
When you are talking about Devin Haney on this channel, you say Paw Patrol at large. That's what you say.
Because I ain't saying what you want me to say. Now you're mad at me. It's okay. I ain't got no problem with it. I ain't got no problem. What I will tell you is this. This is what I would tell you. Okay. Every time, and I don't even want to make this about Devin. That ain't even a conversation. Y'all want to make it about him, but that's fine. No, I'll talk about it.
We just wanted to correct you, man.
Well, hell, okay, that's fine. Y'all correcting me. That's fine. The problem is this. The reason when he get in the ring with these guys, and these folks know it like I know it, you know what I'm saying? The reason a lot of these folks don't want to fight him is because they know he'll tough out. He's tough for any fighter because he has a style.
This is what I'm talking about, the misleading, the misrepresentation.
And now I'm lying.
No, you gaslighting like Bill does.
Now I'm gaslighting. Now I'm Bill. I don't even like Bill. I like Bill as a father, but outside of that, I don't even like Bill. And Bill done told me he don't want me as a fan of Devin because I'm gonna criticize Devin when it's time. But at the end of the day, I'm just it's crazy. It's crazy y'all telling me that Devin ain't a slick boxer in the sport of. That's wild work, man.
I don't consider him slick. I really don't consider him slick. Now, will I say this? Devin can box, but I don't consider him slick. He's basically straight up and down, no special effects. His head work not that crazy. You know what I'm saying? He got an excellent gas tank. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? That jab is
hold up, Devin is straight up and down, no special effects.
Yes. What combos do he?
No. Vergil Ortiz is straight up and down, no special effects. Vergil is. Devin is everything that Vergil isn't.
Oh man.
Well, that's not true because Vergil has power. Devin doesn't.
I know. We agree. I can agree 100% with you. When we say straight up and down, no special effects, it's not about. It's about the footwork. It's about the head movement. It's about changing slots. It goes into the sport of boxing, man. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Hey Dub.
This is ridiculous.
Hey Dub.
And I'm calling all y'all out of order. I'm calling y'all out of order.
Dub, calm down. Dub.
I'm out of order.
Calm down. I want you to relax, take a deep breath.
No, you gotta tell me how to make your point.
Hold up. Repeat after me.
No.
Devin is all of us.
What? How is Devin all of us?
Is all of us.
Why would I say? How is Devin all of us?
Out of order. You are out of order. All right.
That's what they say in the Haney quote.
But I done been kicked out of that a long time ago, so I don't really listen to that stuff.
You still a member of the cult, man?
They've been kicked me out. They kicked me out before I even knew it was a cult going.
Your dedication to
Yeah.
Devin is a religion of his own.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Lynch.
This is amazing.
Okay.
This is incredible.
Seymour, you crazy.
This is ridiculous. Okay.
This is incredible right here.
Okay, so let's bring the conversation back to where it was. I don't know how the hell we got into this Devin Haney debacle, but
This is what y'all started. Y'all started this.
No,
Because
I'm
Dub said he
asking
was a
where
slick
does
boxer.
yes, he did jump out his body
Yep.
when he said that. But what I'm asking is what's next for TEO? TEO is a small 147 pounder. We know that for whatever reason they did not treat that cut properly over his eye because it opens up every time he fights. He has scar tissue that's just there, I guess. I don't know. But
TEO
what is
gonna
next for
that
smaller man at 147? He doesn't really have a lot of I mean, he has the backing, I guess, with his own and all of that, but I don't care what nobody say. His father still needs to be replaced. That's just my personal opinion. But where does he go from here? Does he fight as mandatory? Does he? What is his next move? Because Jack Catterall is mandatory, and he on his helmet. So
He
Well,
got
we
he
would
got to fight
expect.
his mandatory. That's what
Well,
it
well,
is.
well.
Got
The
to fight his mandatory
only reason I don't
or
know if
get
that
stripped.
mandatory happened is because right after the fight, it seemed like Liam Pyro, the IBF champion, said, "Hey, let's unify." You know what I'm saying? So we all know unifications trump mandatories, but I would love to see him again in a fight against Jack Catterall. Just being honest, I would pick Jack Catterall to beat him. Me personally,
Yeah.
I think Jack Catterall is a better boxer. You know what I'm saying? And TO struggles with those guys. So, but at the same time, I don't know if they make that fight. I think that it's probably going to be a unification. Hopefully he unifies, you know what I'm saying? And me personally, you know how I am. I want to see everybody, all these champions deal with each other. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of, and I understand and I love a lot of the guys that's in the weight class, but I want the champions to fight each other. So hopefully we end up with a unification. I don't know if that happens. I think what's next for TO though is either Pyro or Catterall. But the problem is if he fight Catterall, I think he beats Pyro, but I do think or Pyro, Liam. I'm gonna call him Liam, but I think he lose to Catterall. I think Catterall beat both of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Me personally.
Yeah, I agree. And we don't know what Rolly's going to do. I mean, listen, Rolly has, I would say, I don't want to say an abundance of opportunity left, but there's a couple of fights that he can make. Keyshawn Davis, if he still plans to go to 147, maybe he can take that fight with Brian Norman Jr. Who else is up there? Is Tiger at 147? Yeah, Tiger.
Yeah, Tiger up there. Tiger, but Tiger got to make his. Tiger got a tough way to get to that championship level because he gonna end up, and this is just my opinion, but he gonna end up in a fight with Polanco. You know what I'm saying? He might end up in a fight. Maybe Keyshawn. I doubt Keyshawn, but I think Tiger. I think he has a tough way to move into that championship conversation at 47. But I would love to see. Hell, if Devin would have fight Tiger now, I would love to see that fight. I think that's a great fight.
Huh. Okay.
You think Devin can beat Tiger?
Absolutely. I would pick Devin to win the fight, but I don't think it's a cakewalk.
Devin? I said Rolly. Why do y'all think it's bad talking about Devin?
He asked the question.
Oh, this is getting
You just
ridiculous
said
now. Come on now.
I brought it. All I said is, he asked me if I thought that did I think Devin could beat Tiger? Did you not ask that question?
Yes, but you just said Devin and Tiger.
I said I think that's a great fight.
Right. And I asked you, do you think Devin can beat him?
So what? I think we in order then. This wasn't nothing crazy.
Man.
No, we didn't get off
said,
topic.
how do we get?
We were supposed to be talking about
how do
Rolly.
we get on Devin?
I
Y'all
need
threw
to
Devin
smell.
back in the goddamn mix. Somebody said nothing about no damn Devin. I said Rolly Romero.
Oh,
But we broke down Rolly. So the best thing that happened for Rolly is if Rolly would have fight Brian Norman Jr. And it's interesting where they done moved him in the rankings. That's the interesting part about it.
Mm-hmm.
They dropped this man to 10 after one loss, after being a champion. How did he become 10? He should at least be 5, at least. But
yeah, they're being very disrespectful to TEO. But even when TEO lost, hold on, because TEO lost worse than that to Shakur, and they didn't drop him that damn low. And not to mention, he got a title shot right again in another weight class. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what they got going on, but they be doing Rolly dirty too. I be seeing it. I don't know.
I think if Tiger would have fight Rolly, you know what I'm saying, I would pick Tiger to win that fight as well. But I think that's a good fight too. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if Rolly has any interest. Really, I think Rolly. This is just my personal opinion. I think Rolly gonna move. I think he's gonna look to move to 54 next.
I don't know. These boys got to stop losing fights and then jumping up the weight class just because he doesn't have any business at 54. He's not skilled enough to go to 54. I mean, he made it as far as he made it with his power. You know what I'm saying? And maybe his third fight he'll be better because it does take a couple of fights to gel with a new trainer. You know, he looked decent in his fight with Ryan, but then again, this Ryan, once he popped Ryan in the mouth, you know, Ryan pretty much got on his bike for the rest of the fight. This is the second fight at 147 with a boxer. You know what I'm saying? An athletic boxer who's skilled, and we saw how that transpired. And not to mention they were friends or whatever. Like I said, I think TEO lined them up anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But just to put himself back in contention or even to get a little higher on the rankings, who does he need to fight? Because dropping them down to 10 is egregious.
Well, it was interesting. If you go listen to what Junior said, the clip that you played, right? One of the individuals he called out was Curiel. I don't think Curiel is a world beater. I don't think he's that good, me personally. But that might be that's a good fight for Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Now, some type of way he below Curiel. That's crazy work to me personally.
That's what I said. This is egregious.
But I think that's one of them fights where, hell, you got 2 punches there. Keyshawn, that's a good fight for Rolly. I would pick Keyshawn to put hands and feet on Rolly. No disrespect, but that's just my opinion.
Keyshawn versus Rolly is, while it would be a good fight for Keyshawn, that's not a good fight for Rolly.
Well, the thing is
why not, Big Dre? Hold on. Let's explore that. Why not?
Well, because of Rolly's awkwardness and his style. He looks like he has gotten into a point where he is not offensive enough to go against somebody like Keyshawn. Keyshawn was dog walking the way I think Keyshawn would dog walk Devin.
Well, hold on.
And I think Keyshawn would beat up on Catterall and TEO. You know, it's just, I think, but now I'm not a big Keyshawn fan, and the reason I'm not a big Keyshawn fan is because of his antics. You know, you blow weight on the day of the fight. Come on now, you just come in there just 5 pounds over, just because. You should have been at that weight on Monday when the WBC came in there on Monday for his weigh in, and you still 5 pounds over on Friday night. Come on now.
Let me say this though, Big Dre. I think that it would be a fight similar to the fight that he just had with Wu, because Wu is also awkward fighting, but Rolly may have a little bit more power. So although he may be able to beat Rolly, I want to see his chin. You know what I'm saying? Because he was supposed to fight De Los Santos, who's also known as a big puncher, and we didn't get to see his chin. We didn't get to see how he takes a punch. Now, I'm not sure how hard Wu punches, but I'm pretty sure Rolly punches harder than that.
Well, it's been said that Rolly punched harder than Boots, so that's an item for discussion. But and that's from somebody who's been in the ring with both of them.
Right.
You
D
know,
Free, what's up?
What's good? What's going on with you?
What's going on, Free?
What's up?
Yo, what up, Free?
Yeah, I hear y'all. I hear y'all
Shout out to
talking
my
about
brother,
Rolly.
man.
What's going on, Dub? I hear y'all talking about Rolly. I heard Jab Queen said they've been giving Rolly the short stick, but you gotta think about it. Rolly had his opportunities. He lost to Tank Davis, moved up to 40, fought for a title. Lost to Pitbull Cruz, moved up to 47, fought for a title. So he had his fair shots of fighting for a title right after he lost because he didn't fight. He didn't fight nobody before he fought for a title at 40. He didn't fight nobody before he fought for a title at 47. So he had his fair shots at the title coming off of a loss.
Yes.
Yeah, I
And-
wasn't really referring to that. I was more or less referring to him being so low on the rankings after that loss.
I understand what you're saying, but the thing about it is that's what they should do. That's what they should do.
That's true.
You fight and you fight at the top level, you lose, you go to the back of the line. The next man moves up. Unless there's a rematch clause. There's no rematch clause, you move to the back of the line, the next man
Rolly
moves up.
said something about a rematch, but I think Teal said there was no rematch clause. But okay, D3, so talk to me. What do you think is Rolly's next move? What do you think will get him back in a higher position in the rankings to try and put him back in title contention?
He fights somebody like a Polanco. He fight maybe Jack Catterall. He can get one of those fights. So I mean, he's a bigger name.
Jack
He's a bigger
Catterall
name
was
than
his
him.
mandatory, and he didn't want to fight him. So, but maybe he will after the loss now. But
Did
Jack
they
Catterall is now
mandate-
Teal's mandatory, ain't he?
Did they mandate that fight because Jack Catterall is the quote unquote regular champion, but they have to actually mandate that fight. Well, he will have
They
to.
have not mandated it yet, but he's saying he told Teal he was his mandatory. So I'm assuming he said he inherited him, I guess, from Rolly because he was Rolly's mandatory. Because remember, Rolly's mandatory and Devin's mandatory ended up fighting. Remember the night of Gears off because neither one of them would fight their mandatories and they were trying to fight each other.
Yeah, because that's when Rolly was the regular champion, and then they elevated him.
When Boots dropped his belt. Yeah.
Yeah, they elevated him. So I think Jack Catterall still thinking he's the mandatory, but no, you got elevated to fight for the regular belt.
So that automatically removes him from being a mandatory?
Yeah, because the super doesn't have a mandatory. The super don't have mandatory. Yeah, the WBA super don't have mandatory. That's what the quote unquote WBA regular belt. They fight all of the mandatories. The super don't fight any mandatory.
Okay, so that's what T.O. meant when he said he's mistaken. He's the regular. So now
Yeah.
T.O. is the super, and T.O.
Yeah.
doesn't have a mandatory.
Right,
Got it.
right.
Okay. That is so
Yeah.
weird. Okay, I got it. Thomas, what's up, baby?
I thought they fought
Go ahead.
for the world champion and not the super champion because the super champion is a designation.
No, not for the WBA. Not for the WBA.
Not for the WBA. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah,
read those rules again because that's weird.
What they did was they made the super title. It was, I want to say, the fight after the Lennox Lewis fight. They came out with the WBA super because they wanted to have undisputed. So they made it where they didn't have to worry about fighting mandatory. So that's when they came up with the WBA super. The WBO, if you notice, the WBO don't have a WBO regular champion. They just have the WBO super. Yeah, they just have the WBO super, and then they have the intern champion. The WBC tried to do that with the franchise belt. That's what they was trying to do and making it a WBC super. But the way they did it, they only put it in two weight classes. They didn't do it in all of their weight classes. So that's what the big argument was. And the IBF, they don't have a super. You just the IBF champion.
Yeah. They cut off the red tape. They cut all that shit out. But okay, so I mean, so then who's next for Tio? I mean, it's going to be a while since he doesn't have a mandatory. It'll be a while probably before, he's called to make another fight. But Rolly, I mean, I don't know, man.
I mean, Tio said he wanted the winner of Ryan.
The winner of Conor Ben and Ryan. Yeah. I don't see him winning either one of those. I mean, he could probably beat Conor Ben, but I don't know if Conor Ben beats Ryan. Conor Ben looked like a dried up damn raisin at 147. Yeah. So I don't know what he got going on. But Thomas, what's up, baby?
Hey, Conor Ben heard it through the grapevine that he don't have to be excellent no more. He just got to be super. So, like, if he really is the super, and that means he don't have to fight mandatories. That means the next play is to line up a fight for TEO with one of the winners of the next fight. So, I would say he should be fighting either the winner of the Ryan, what's the name fight, or he should go fight the winner
Ben?
of Paro, Ryan and Ben, and or the winner of Paro and Devin. Or no, they're not fighting right now. So if they do fight, we could have him fight Ryan Garcia and then Paro.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot that. Connor said that this was his last fight at 147. Anyway, thank you, So he right. He did say that. I did remember him saying that.
Yeah, he just giving reasons for why he about to get sparked. He said he too small, and then ironically he's gonna bypass 60 and go all the way up to 68, so he don't have to go after the wreck that he once called out in Boots Ennis, because that's where Boots Ennis is too, and they could easily make that fight. So he's going all the way back up to 68, and that would probably get close enough to fight Chris Eubanks for that trilogy, and that'll be his big money fight, and probably his last fight. For
Nobody wants to see that fight.
There's some people over there that may want to see it. The first one was a classic. The second one was pretty good, but you could tell that Eubank was killing himself to get in the ring, and if they do fight it, it'll probably be closer to where Eubank should have been fighting. So they might put that on, but I know he ain't fighting for no titles over there, especially where he at. For Rollo, I think what Rollo got to do is now watch the rankings. Got to see where he fall in rankings and see who's at the top of the rankings, and he's got to make fights with those, because he wants to get back in title contention, then he has to get back at the top of the ranking board. So what he should do is target every single top 3 in each division. I would target them all, and I would try to take them all out so that I could put myself back in the driver's seat. So that's what I would think for him, but more so than anything. Shout out my man J-Man and Tay. Tay love to hate on my man Rollo, but they said that, they was both in there looking like they was working on stuff in sparring session. And I asked them, well, what the hell was Rolly working on? They said his back foot game. So that Mickey Freaky proficient in the back foot game now, because that Mickey Freaky show did a lot of sliding on that damn ring right there. He had the opportunity after opportunity to take that right hand and he called it once the right hand of God and let God speak, but God was quiet and silent, man, and unfortunately he didn't throw it that often.
I don't
that's
know
what I
what
saw.
Rolly was thinking. Like I said, he maybe didn't take it serious because they friends or whatever the case may be. But I'm telling you, TEO, you could tell he was taking it a little more serious for Rolly. This is his opportunity to get another title back in his hands.
Yeah, I hear you.
TEO is so hit and miss.
Not like I said, TEO did absolutely jack squat to become a champion. Rolly just did even more jack squat to retain his championship, and that was the fight.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. To me, Tom, it's like, I don't know. I'm from the day when you got to beat the champ to beat the champ, and then TEO did obviously touch. If you want to be technical, touch Rolly's body more.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But
yes,
I don't know. I don't know if I would have given him. I would have given him Rolly's belt.
What happened?
I don't know.
Remember, AJ? Remember the days where you had to beat the champ in order to be the champ? You had to go in there and beat the dude without any question. You gotta defeat that man. He gotta look like it. You know what I mean?
Clearly gone. Yeah, but I mean, listen.
Rolly looked like he was ready to go to the club.
Yeah, TEO had them glasses on. He looked like he had 2 black eyes, but whatever.
Man, TEO inside doing interviews, and that Mickey Freaky got shades on. After the fight, Rolly left the club and he went over to like Kasamin or the other club, Omnia, and got to party. That dude had nothing on him, dog, and it was terrible.
I don't know
because
what Ellie partying for, because he didn't take his ass right to the gym.
I'm just saying, he was clean after the fight. He was thoroughly clean, and that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the look of. And that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the look of. And that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the look of. And that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the look of. And that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the look of. And that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the look of. And that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the look of. And that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the look of. And that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the look of. And that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the look of. And that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the look of. And that's what levels look like. When you get your ass beat by levels, that's what it has the because that's what I was told. And I'm sorry, I saw no levels in there. I saw he was who we thought he was. And they had him and they let him off the hook. Because all Roby had to do, and I agree with Dub, all he had to do was be active and throw them punches. And TEO was there for the taking. He was lunging in with his head first like a matador, like a
Like he
bull
always
rusher.
does.
Like he always does, hands on low, all over the front foot. Lunging for a jab, lunging for anything that he was doing. I mean, Rolly just was on his Usher Raymond. You know, Usher like to go to the roller skate thing and like to go slide backwards. Well, that's what it was. But I know you were about to transition, so I'll go on to be quiet.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna ask y'all, since y'all up here, what do y'all think about this fight that's coming up this weekend? The fights that it could lead to for a lot of these young women. Alycia Baumgardner announcing she's going to 135 and fighting Elifner Turan. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a banger. And, you know, her and Caroline Dubois are on a collision course anyway. So these are definitely some good fights. The women look like they're giving us better fights than some of these damn men. All these boys want to do is fight on Twitter. So,
Yeah, a generation of cats that want to get paid for not putting in the hard work to be what they say they are. And it's shameful. It's shameful.
you ain't never lied. That is so
Cats
true.
don't have no pride these days. For real.
They really don't. Now you speaking facts. They definitely don't. They do not. But I don't know. Who y'all got winning this fight?
I'm going with Mikaela Mayer. I'm going with Mikaela. But I do for occasionally always go ahead and go with a long shot. You know what I mean? And she definitely is a long shot. You know?
She a long shot, but she in the way. See, the thing that I know about Mikaela done got robbed a couple of times in her mind.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Baumgardner, but the last one I thought for sure she got robbed on. I think the Baumgardner fight.
The one with Sandy Martin? The one with Sandy Ryan?
Yeah, I thought that the more effective work, the more aggressive work was being done by Mayer. I thought Ryan fought well, but I thought that she did just a little bit more. And I thought that her activity had a lot more achievement than Ryan's did. But I ain't mad at the decision because it was a tough fight. And it was close. That being said, she know that there's few people that Chlorilla is trying to get in the ring with. And she is one of the said people. I think she will get in the ring with her. And she don't want to miss that opportunity. That opportunity also helps that Mickey Fricky in the middle get Chlorilla over there. So they can show her how real promotion and real fights should look like.
But here's the thing though, right?
She got a wild
better name on Raggedy Ann's resume would be Chantelle Cameron. Because Chantelle Cameron is the only woman who ever beat Katie Taylor. It would strengthen her resume a lot to me.
You said regularly, Ann.
Yeah, you're right about that. I wouldn't disagree with you on that one at all. I just think that, Chantelle Cameron ain't gonna probably try to scale up as high as she need to get that fight. Whereas Mikaela Mayer will be willing to go up there because she really feel like I beat her. Like Mikaela Mayer, that's one thing I love about her. Her confidence is through the roof. And ever since she been messing with the brothers, though, she didn't get tattoos on her hands and whatnot. She
that thing had on a do-rag. Thomas, you seen her? Girlfriend had on her damn do-rag. Look.
Mikaela Mayer and Chantelle Cameron in one of the biggest pound-for-pound matchups women's boxing has to offer. So excited to watch it all go down, and even more excited to be welcoming in the American half of the main event, joining us ahead of her MVP debut, Miss Mikaela Mayer. Mikaela, thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome. I literally just got off the plane here in Birmingham, so perfect timing, but I'm here.
Exactly. You are here. And how amped are you for this battle? And how could this potentially be, as Chantelle put it, maybe the fight of the year?
It definitely will be at least a contender for fight of the year. I know I've had several in the past few years. I always come out and put on a show. I let my hands go, and so does Chantelle. She always lets her hands go, and she always brings a fight. So it's one of the reasons why I wanted the fight with Chantelle. You know, we go way back in the amateur days, and we've stayed pretty cool. So this isn't like a heated rivalry. We don't hate each other. We have a ton of respect for each other. But it's a fight we've always wanted. So I'm glad we got to make it.
We love it. So with that comfortability, I mean, how have you kind of maybe prepped differently for this fight compared to others?
Well, no, I have my system in camp and the things that I do, the things that have worked for me. You know, I'm going on 10 years as a pro now, so I know what works. But, you know, you always got to study for your opponent. You got to study, come up with a strategy, because this is a sweet science at the end of the day, and you don't want to make it a tough fight. You know, you want to make the fight as easy as possible. So we've just studied her, and we've got a great game plan. I feel better than ever. I'm boxing better than ever, and I'm more confident than ever. So I'm going to go in there and do my thing.
That do-rag took me out, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. That do-rag took me out.
Oh man.
Yeah, the do-rag was a little over the top, but it does show you that it shows that she tapping into the roots. That being said, Chantelle Cameron is a tremendous fighter.
Thomas, that's so inappropriate.
I'm just saying, hey, but Chantelle Cameron is a very good fighter.
I gotta go back out and come
fighter.
back in. I can't hear.
My bad. Big drop grade dog. Tread lightly though. That's what I was told all last night. I think that this fight right now, and like you said, Chantelle Cameron does have a huge name, and she does have big wins on her resume. I think a win over her pretty much guarantees that fight for her with Chlorilla, because let's face it, Chlorilla is into the selection stage of her career. She's selecting who she's going to fight. So it got to be a good look, but something that she really ain't worried about testing her. I think she feels that way about Mikaela Mayer. And I think that if they can win, they can make that fight happen quicker than later. So I think that sooner than later. So I'm thinking that she's going to use that as the motivation she need to go on and press that gas pedal on Chantelle. And she's going to have to, because Chantelle going to throw that lumber. She's going to let that leather fly. So it's going to be a good fight. I mean, that last women's card that they got put out for, I want to say that was for September. Whatever. I think it might have been November. The one with Baumgardner and all of them. Man, that card is lit. Yeah, that right there.
November 8th.
This is the fights that we're getting on the woman's side.
Yep.
That's what makes these events so damn appealing, because everyone, it seems like belts are on the line, and with top-notch competition. We need for this to be the, like, you know how things get contagious, and next thing you know it's in the air. We need this to get in the air over there on the other side, so we can get fights like these over on the man side of things, because we so need that for the sport now.
This is another fight that puts another opportunity in play, because with Baumgardner moving to 35, now the fight between her and Caroline Dubois.
Jake Paul and MVP, they're doing their thing over there.
After she hold on, who's that, Big J? After she fights Elite, you know what I'm saying, and takes Elite's belt, then she'll have a belt, and that opportunity for her and Caroline Dubois to make a unification will be even louder.
Dubois.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And anybody who don't know Turhan about that wreck in that ring, so she gonna be in the scrap.
Yeah,
Brown Scotney, Brown Scotney, that's gonna be maximum carnage.
Yeah.
You know,
oh yeah.
Nicholson, Sheehan for. Yeah, Scott, I love me some Scott. Right now, on the women's side, definitely the fighter of the year. Definitely the fighter of the year. And you know, she brings intensity every single time. Now, Tierra Brown gonna have to be on her game, because she asked for the big shot. She asked for you get a win over Scotney, you say you made a statement.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, you got Ramla Ali. I love me some Ramla Ali. That girl fight her heart out. And, you know, I think this is a really good card, especially for it to be an all-women's card. Headlined by Baumgardner Turhan. That's going to be fireworks. You got the
So you can see
co-main.
that they're pushing Baumgardner to now be the new face of MVP since Amanda Serrano is on the decline. So that's definitely, she's taking dangerous fights. She's putting on great shows. She didn't get Bo Mei Shing up out of there, but listen, those are tough people. You know what I'm saying? Those are tough people. The Mexicans, they're very tough.
Yeah,
It
that
wasn't
girl
without
wasn't going
trying.
nowhere.
That's damn sure.
Yeah, that girl wasn't going nowhere. She was there. She was there to give her all that she can handle and then some. That girl didn't come to play.
No, she didn't. She came to make a statement for sure. And Elite is going to come to make a statement. So Baumgardner better be ready. She better be ready. This is
You
a
know what
great
that
card.
absolute great card, and what that fight should have done for her is to make sure she spend a lot of time on that cardio. Get her training and conditioning in order, man. Because that one
She
girl,
seemed fine to me. The fight before that was her first fight, I think, fight in 3-minute rounds. But that last fight, she didn't look tired to me. She didn't look gassed. And this will be her third 3-minute round. So that's going to be a tough.
hey, yeah, shout out to the 3-minute rounds. Hey, she making a statement with that.
Yeah, she's been doing 3-minute rounds her last few fights. I think her last one was even 12 rounds. Alycia Baumgardner is not playing around. She's really about that action.
She's not playing around for sure. And like I said, and it's against tough competition.
Tough
Maybe
competition. That's what you're supposed to do. Tough competition. But Thomas, I want to go back to something you said a few seconds ago. You were saying that the fight between Mikaela Mayer and Bitter Barbie could happen if Mikaela Mayer beats Chantelle Cameron. However, remember, she's now with MVP and they still have her banned.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's going to work
That's
out.
why.
Maybe
Yeah, that's why she.
I don't know if this is Mayer's last fight with MVP or first. I'm not sure how that's working out. I got to dig more into that. But don't forget that band is still in place. That's why she was over there dry begging after her last K Scott fight. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, after the last K Scott showcase, I don't call that a fight. I don't know what the fudge that was, but shout out to her for her accomplishment. I'll say this: with the opportunity to get her over there, they gonna try to A-side leverage the hell out of her because they got the machine. She got the bigger name, so she's gonna try to leverage her name.
Who?
Your girl, Chlorilla.
Did a Barbie?
Yeah,
well,
You mean the what?
She can try and leverage her name all she wants to, but your name ain't bigger than MVP. That's her problem now. She thinks she's bigger than the program.
She do.
But she can go over there with that. She can go over there with that mentality if she wants to, and they can easily tell her to go spin the block and fight Lauren Price. Bring another 147
You're right about that.
So I mean, she better get with the program and learn to humble herself, or she'll be shadow boxing for the rest of her damn career. Because if she hasn't noticed, MVP got 95% of the women.
They do, and they're trying to corner the market, and on top of that, they're trying to force her hand. They're trying to force her hand because ultimately, all they need to do is get her commandeered. So they trying to commandeer her, and they trying to wrangle her like if you was one of them expert cowgirls and you lasting and you trying to put it around them horns and they trying to get it around them horns because they want to rush her and rein her in because that's the last piece of the puzzle. So what you do is you dangle the bait out there. I believe the bait is who is known and who can she fight. The last fight card that she was on had freaking Ray J and freaking Orlando Brown on that.
But that's what I'm saying. Yes, she would be the last piece of a puzzle that would make MVP complete. But let's be clear, they don't need it. They
don't need it.
Oh no, they really don't need it.
No,
they don't need it.
Tell the truth, they already complete. They already got a monopoly.
To tell you the truth, she got maybe 3 more fights in her.
And she's gonna choose all tomato cans.
But all tomato cans are being managed by who? Being promoted by who?
She gonna be getting some bartenders, ex-bartenders.
Every fight she can make,
ex-MMA fighters.
They add MVP.
It's not too much that she can really do besides humble herself. Like she can continue to fight these tomato cans if she wants to, and with a raggedy ass attempt to increase her knockout ratio. She can do that if she'd like to. But if you want to make legacy fights, if you want to make fights that people actually want to see, fights that actually are going to matter on your damn resume, then yeah, she's going to need to put that call into Nikisa and Jake Paul.
Yeah,
And since she doesn't want to do that, she thinks she's bigger than the program. You continue to fight the K Scotts of the world, the Long Prices of the world. No disrespect to them, but those names don't ring bells. MVP has all of the names. Any name
All
that's
of
going
it.
to be
All of
relevant,
them.
any name that's going to make her resume even half decent is over there on MVP.
Well, you know, you got your faithful few who say her resume is the greatest resume in women's sports history.
Thomas,
You
we
know,
don't have time
No,
for this.
it's not.
I don't
I'm
have
Man,
time
just
come
for this.
on,
saying.
man.
I'm just saying. I don't
There
know
we
if they
go.
gonna be hearing the
I don't have time
resume
for that.
talk.
I don't care.
Here
I
we
don't
go.
My
care.
bad. My bad. My
And
bad.
they're
I'm
all
out. My
gas,
bad.
and
We
they're all
already tired of
gaslight.
the accolade talk. I'm tired of the
And listen,
accolades.
I've learned to let those people that run around here with rabies, calling her the Guat. I've learned to just let those people be because clearly they're delirious and there is no saving them.
You
Okay.
ain't gonna put respect
Anybody
on
running around
Glozilla.
here calling a fighter with 18, 19 fights the best thing ever to happen. What does that say about the state of boxing? If somebody runs
Exactly.
18 fights
No,
is the greatest fighter ever,
you want to know what the most egregious statement was? They said she is the one who brought women face to boxing, like putting them on TV. I was like, and to
Man.
headline a card. I said, what? She's
And
the first woman to
hey,
headline the card?
that's a
that's absolutely
lie.
not true. That was Layla Ali. She knows it, and anybody with a little bit of boxing knowledge knows that. That's why she strategically goes on these platforms where they don't know a crap about boxing, so she can spew her lies and run her narratives. You notice she ain't never been to no real boxing channel. She called into Hood Champions and disguised her damn self. You know what I'm saying? So she's not going to go anywhere with anybody knows anything to challenge what she's saying. We all know that she has 11 goddamn vacant belts. We all know that 19 of those, 4 of those 19 fights came from her fighting Franchon Cruz. You know what I'm saying? We all know these things. I don't know what the sickness is with her continuing to go around here spewing these lies. You weren't the first woman to make $1 million. You were not the first woman to fight at State Farm Arena. You just lies. And she only can do it to people who don't know any better.
Exactly. And that's out of the B-side playbook. That's how they do. But
That's why they continue to
all
go on the
of them.
Breakfast Club and Angela Yee and all these damn platforms because they don't know what the hell that they got going on. And Najee ought to be ashamed of himself letting her sit up there and run her mouth the way he do when she goes over there.
But you know who do they cater to though? They cater to the casual. So it's all by design. Everything is as a plan, and they do it because they know they can reach masses. So we just want to put our message to the masses. It's a
Our
smart play.
lies to the masses. They lying. They
It's a smart
lying.
play. But at some point in time, you can't be fighting no damn K Scotts, man. And K Scott had all of 7 fights and
But this is what I'm talking about, Thomas. You know that. I know that. And obviously, boxing is a small niche, so the ones who follow boxing know that. But I'm talking. This is why she goes to the people who don't, so she can spew these narratives. And people, when you call her out for the things that she lies about, people call you a hater. I'm learning that when you tell me I'm a hater, that's just you saying you don't really want to hear the truth.
That's a fact. No, that's a huge fact. I don't never disagree with you because you usually use facts when you talk what you talk. I'll say also it's a lot of faction folly going on right there. There's a lot of people that doing folly over factions, and unfortunately, she is up along the side of the collective, and they stand firmly against one brother that has been putting together things for folks, and you know how that go. With that being the case, I still firmly believe that there's gonna have to come a time, as long as she is continuously fighting, where she's gonna have to fight somebody that's on this roster. And it's a lot of somebodies that on this roster will be one of her better fights because right now, ain't nobody out there. I mean, as
That's what
bad
I'm
as it is.
saying, Thomas. She's gonna have to humble herself, and she's gonna have to apologize to Nikisha and Jake Paul. The problem is when you assaulted Alycia Baumgardner, you stepped over the line. I don't care what Alycia was saying. I don't care about any of that. You cannot assault their fighters and still think that they're going to give you access to their fighters or their events. That's why you had to watch the Amanda Serrano card from your goddamn couch. You will not be allowed at any of these events. She was popping however she want to pop it, so much she don't care. Now look at her at her post press conference. Oh, ABT, lift the band. I'll come whoop your fighter's ass. No, that's code for I'm running out of people to fight. Shout out to David Lynch with the $2 in the super chat. I appreciate you, David Lynch. I definitely do. Yeah, she's running out of people to fight. Hold on, let me play your song for you. Where the hell did it go? Oh, here we go.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
Hey, David, we need another one. I got to hear that again. Spin that it.
She's
Spin
definitely,
that
she's
it.
running for people to fight. And instead of being a grown adult saying, I apologize, my actions were out of character, or I was wrong. What's going on, champ? I was wrong, or whatever the case may be. She wants to use, lift the band. You know what I'm saying? Try to reverse it like they're scared of her. That's why they banned her. No, they ban you because you're running around here like a damn animal.
Nah, absolutely. I agree with what you say. I just think that she does have some bit of leverage, and that name does have some bit of clout. Now, she will have to humble herself because she's only controlling that part of the property. And for right now, that's not the house.
Part of the property. The girl is in the parking lot. Rubble and stones. There's nothing there. That whole thing over there is nothing but a sham. It's nothing but a false facade. Look at the last damn event. Dogs in there, kids in there, babies, bitches breastfeeding in the goddamn audience. Like, come on, man. MVP don't want to be associated with that. And if Win Records think that they're gonna go over there and big dog MVP, come on. You really think that that's what's gonna? Oh, shout out to all things in the super chat with the $2. I appreciate you.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She can't continue to behave any way that she wants to behave and think that everyone is going to accept that. No, that ghetto ratchet activity does not work in business. Maybe the kind of business that they do over there, but in real business with the suits and all of that, you think they want to deal with that? They're not going to deal with that. They're going to tell them fight ball first. Yeah, you a name, you got some sort of name, some sort of fame, but is it really worth tarnishing our reputation and everything we building just to put you on one of our cards? No. I wouldn't give a good goddamn. Her name could be Cicely damn Tyson. You out here running around acting a fool, assaulting my damn assaulting my fighters, and you think that I'm gonna let you ride? MVP rides for their girls. And I wouldn't, and they probably asked Alicia, should we lift the ban?
No, and they got to too because that's the product right now. The product is heavy over there, and on top of that, it's the thing that's keeping them afloat.
They don't want that lawsuit. You putting them in an endangered.
Yeah, because
endangering their life.
I think
exactly.
Alycia has maybe a lawsuit or something. I don't really know. She never really confirmed. She just stated that there will be consequences. But even after that, even after you assaulted her, you made a diss song about her. So you're still antagonizing the situation. It's like she doesn't learn. It's
Joe
like
Remy, my song is a whole lot better.
Well, we're not talking about that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about her, just boxing in general. The fight that you just had, okay, you got your 4th knockout in 19 damn fights. Last one you had was 2 years ago. But Clarissa, you just fought a damn mannequin, bro. Kay Scott literally threw no damn punches. She has 7 damn fights. Let's guess who's gonna win. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's a fact. On top of that, the knockout was the thing that justified the performance, and then the walkout was amazing. I've only seen that happen one time before. And you know how you walk and you leave the ring, how you leave the ring. Yeah. She came with her weapon in hand, leaving the ring, went all the way to the back to the podium doing an interview with gloves on. That's
Thomas, let me tell you something. I have not even begun to dig into that. Oh, yes, I did. I'm lying. Lord of mercy. So I reached out to State Farm Arena myself, and I spoke with Mark Hoff, I believe his name is. That is actually, and see, I didn't want to go down this rabbit hole. Thomas is dragging me down this rabbit hole.
Let's go.
Thomas. Y'all know I be on my conspiracy theory shit. So what I found out is that there is no protocol for your opponent's team to watch you unwrap your gloves. Boom. in Georgia, there is no protocol for the opponent's team to watch you unwrap your gloves.
You know what?
Your hand wrap.
You know what? Hey, Jab, you
Isn't
go
that
back
interesting?
and you go back into boxing history. There were certain states that would throw fights. It was like racist fights. Whereas though they will be loading their gloves up to ensure that they got a victory over whatever colored fighter they was fighting.
Listen, I'm not gonna, because I have
Georgia,
no
one of them
proof that
states.
the girl did anything to her gloves. I'm not making any type of.
No.
I'm merely giving the information that was given to me. That they is no protocol. That 500,000 that was reported is actually the purse that was reported to the venue. So, I mean, listen. All I'm gonna say is this. It's a coincidence maybe that you got your fourth knockout in a venue that does not have a protocol for watching hand wraps or anything of that nature. But I'm not gonna say nothing else. Mother.
But she digressed, god dang it. She digressed.
And listen, because let me tell you something, ain't no motherfucking cap in my goddamn rap. I'm gonna pull up the email for y'all. Okay. Now this is extremely interesting to me. How the hell do I move this? Where's the damn thing at? Lord mercy. Hold on, y'all. Oh, because I know I put the thing on here. Oh, it's over there. Okay, anyway. This is me and Mr. Hoffman, okay, with State Farm. With State Farm Arena. Initially, I was asking him about the numbers because mother is nosy. So I asked him if that purse that was released was actually real. And he told mother, yes, that is correct. These numbers on that about agreement, we aren't, because she said something about sponsorship and all that. He said, we aren't aware of any sponsorship money that might be received after the fight. That was her purse. So for her saying that she received more, she acted like she received the cut of the zone, which why would they be paying you? I have no idea. Anything that was sold at the stadium, I guess maybe some little t-shirts of hers or whatever. I don't know. Maybe that kind of money comes to her, but she didn't have any sponsors because if you looked at her outfit, it just said Win. It just said, Win Records, Selena Promotions, and the powerful little divorce thing or whatever the case may be on the other little pack. So there was not an abundance of sponsors unless Zeus gave us some money, but I don't know why Zeus would do that when they were the ones who pretty much led the whole thing.
But remember, she is in a partnership with Zeus. Three-Win Records.
Okay.
Because she's over there judging the baddie show. She one of the judges.
Now, that two things don't have nothing to do with the other, though. This event don't have nothing to do with that.
That's the audience. That's the audience they decide they wanted to go after.
Listen. Yeah, that's the audience that she decided to go after.
Yeah, and that's like, I'm like, hey.
What's up, Sin, baby? How y'all doing? Yeah, that's the audience that she decided to team up with because that's honestly, I mean, for you to be a two-time Olympic gold medalist, you're having baddies on your undercard. Orlando Brown and Ray J, and Orlando Brown.
And it was for the Zeus Television Championship, some
But
shit.
shout out
I don't know.
Shout out to the Lozado fight though. I thought Lozado was fighting her ass off in that ring.
Let me tell you something. That was she was fighting.
Yeah, that was one of the bright spots.
Caroline Bure deserved to get disqualified. You always hugging some doggone body.
Now that's a fact. That is
that
an
was
absolute
wild.
fact. hey, they should have put a clinch counter on her.
that shit was wild. I was like, hey, you just disqualified the day. I'm like, damn, what the hell? Ref called the fight.
I don't know, but anyway, that would be a good fight for her, Mikaela Mayer. If they lift the ban, I don't know how they would work that whole thing out, but she is under MVP, so we're not sure if they're going to allow her to fight it because this is only one person. They can make a ton of other fights. Like like we were just talking about. You know what I'm saying? Mikaela Mayer, she can again, if they do it, if they want to, after she fights her, if she wins, she may be able to fight Alycia Baumgardner. This is at, what is this, 135 or 130, whatever the case may be. There's several other fights that can be made within all these women. There's several other fights that can be made, so they don't need a Clarissa Shields, but she needs MVP, whether she wants to admit it or not.
So my man Champ Ross asked an interesting question. He asked if it was sold out. Did they ever commit to a number in which the venue sold out or packed out for that fight?
I did not ask them that. I can send a follow-up email if you guys would like me to. I got no problem with that because mother's nosy anyway. But I did not ask them that. I was specifically concerned with just the numbers that were put out on X that I saw. And I was like, wait a minute, Miss $8 million Monopoly Money woman. So immediately, honey, mother went on to Google. I went to the State Farm Arena. I reached out to the email, said, who is the contact over there? Mother need to know. So I found this man. I emailed him. And he let me know that, yes, that was actually the person that was reported from the venue. So, I mean, that's why she gave, I guess, Angela Yee that whole statement that y'all saw Angela Yee read about, there being more to it than that. And she gets all this extra money on the back end and behind the door and under the table, all that other kind of crap.
Nah, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, because the women get far undervalued more so than the men do. We just recently saw a fighter's value be posted right before our eyes, and how they often spoke highly of how they've made money. About where she probably gets her money is about that range right there. And it's unfortunate that things like that come out, because they do live beyond their means, and they also perpetrate bigger
big perpetration of the fraud going on over there.
Oh yeah, true that.
100% perpetrating the fraud. But my thing is this: the reason that I believe she does these type of things is to be in the conversations with the Amanda Serranos that are making that kind of money, thanks to MVP and the machine backing them, and all of these type of accomplishments. Like when you are so mean spirited and nasty that you judge Amanda Serrano's 50th win, right? Fighting somebody younger than her. Clarissa, you have never done that. You always fighting somebody's grandmother out the park, but to criticize her and then not even to say congratulations on her 30-second knockout. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, to me personally, I do not consider that girl the face of women's boxing for several reasons, right? For one, I think she's very mean-spirited. I think that she doesn't really care about women's boxing. I think she only cares about it when it pertains to herself, because you never hear her lift any of the other women up. She only tears them down. Only woman she lifts up is Caroline Dubois, and that's because Caroline Dubois is going at Alycia Baumgardner. She does not say anything positive.
You see how that energy is for the faction? Notice the collective is like that.
That's why I said it remind me of the way these cats hate Tank. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's always some type of nonsense going on. Just like now, even though what Gervonta said was disgusting, it was warranted. I mean, do people forget when Bill Haney was running around here passing out Tank mud shots, when they were calling his mother a crackhead, doing all kind of stuff, going to the dude talking about all of these kind of things? They always antagonize him, but when he attacks back, then he's the bad person. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess it's all about who you like, and
all he did was point out universal law 360, law of reciprocity. You got to watch what you say, because you can speak shit onto you,
onto yourself. Yep. But
call his mother man and all of this crazy, man.
All disrespectful stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. It was very distasteful what he did, but it came after what y'all have been doing to him for years, clout chasing his name, talking crazy about him, talking crazy about his coach, doing all kind of things, and it's like, come on, man, you can't expect me to now have sympathy for you when you always denigrated me. My mother called me a crack baby, called my mother a crackhead, posting his mother for Father's Day, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? None of that stuff goes forgotten. Nobody don't forget about that kind of stuff when you do that to them. So now all of a
Remember
sudden when
what?
something happened to you, somebody supposed to care? It's like, come on. And we talk about
Remember,
Tank, you know that little nigga don't care.
and remember what they said about Brian Norman Senior's mother?
Yeah.
What Bill said?
They're always doing stuff like that. So it's
He
like,
said
man, come on.
Bill was crazy. I'm like, yo, now y'all up here acting like this? Oh man, that was. Excuse me,
Yeah, that's
man.
why I
Come
didn't even
on,
say
man.
anything about it. I was just like, man, please. Here go the tears. Here go all of the violins now because once again, Javante is the bad guy. But when we see these other people posting these things, we just ignore them. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. But she's a part of the delirious crew. You know what I'm saying? Her, Shakur, all of them are like completely delirious. And I'm not sure why they think with the resumes that they have. Maybe in today's day and age, they will go to the Hall of Fame. But to me, they're not fighting anybody. You know what I'm saying? And for them running
Nah.
around here beating on their chests like they Hulk Hogan and like I just saw the other day Africa told me he would knock what did he say he gonna knock out Brian Norman Jr. or Keith on somebody. He said he would knock out. I'm like, when the last time you had a damn knockout, Richardson Hitchens? They talk real tough behind them Zufa walls. They talk real
Yeah,
tough behind them Zufa
exactly,
walls.
exactly.
I don't know. I have
He
no
ain't
idea.
had shit to say when he was out here on the street, right? But now he over there protected. He like, yeah, yeah. It's like the cat that like to sell wolf tickets when he got police around, right? Or people around to watch his back to pull him up off you. You catch him
Yeah,
by himself.
that's he want to get loud when he
Mm-hmm.
see the police down the block. So what you want to do? It's like no. We not buying that. We ain't jacking
Mm-hmm.
that. But let's get back to the boxing. Who y'all got winning this fight this weekend?
Moses.
Moses. I
Moses
hope.
in
I hope
devastating
he.
fashion.
Mm, okay. Late round stoppage.
Man, that man got bricks. He got
I don't know.
sledgehammers. He's going to, yo, oh man. I watched a couple of his fights and I was like, what the? I was like, this is something I haven't seen in a long time at heavyweight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Since Deontay Wilder.
Dealing the Walter with oh my goodness. I don't know.
But Deontay, that
Oh,
right hand
Silver
was
says
different.
under six. Under six zone? Hmm.
Yep. Probably around fifth round.
Mm. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Well, if he does, he'll be a champion, which is what he wanted. So shout out to them, man, for sure. I definitely appreciate what Moses is trying to do. A lot of these guys out here, like, earlier, if y'all missed the interview, go back and watch it. But Jamal was saying the same thing. He was like, he ain't concerned about no belts. He just want to make the best fights possible. So he's more concerned about the competition, which is what I love to hear because these boys today, they are on a trinket chase, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So
These
I'm
younger
happy to
cats
see.
coming up
Yeah,
is fighting. They
yeah.
out here fighting. The
Mm-hmm.
Abdullahs and the, Oshakis.
Scooters
They
and
out
yeah.
here exactly. They like we gotta
Osaki's
get
dope.
ours.
Yeah, yeah. That fight was coming up with Navarrete should be a banger too.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
we're
yeah.
definitely gonna see. We're definitely gonna see. I'm excited. I hope that he does win. I want him to be a champion because I know that's what he wants. That's to the IBF. So, and obviously that's one of the belts that Usyk dropped. So we'll see. It's a bunch of title fights this weekend. This is a title fight, a unification fight between Chantelle Cameron and Mikaela Mayer. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see who comes up with something. We're gonna pray for Vergil and his lives. Okay, we're gonna do
Man.
that. Hopefully Boots makes this Kelly fight if Kelly's okay. Obviously, we know he was bloodied up in his last fight. His ass should be all right by the time it's time for them to fight. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them for that. Would you say a lot of these black fighters are afraid to get? Yeah, yo, I don't know what is going on, Sharp. It is. They don't fight each other. It's like they're scared to face another slick black fighter. Half of these Negroes ain't slick anyway. Devin's definitely not slick. I don't know what Dev was talking about.
I
But half
think
of the
it's a generation of kids that got participation trophies and they just happy with they got in the ring.
Oh, that's right. Najee Lopez Saturday. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh yeah, Pro Box card.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, champ, because I damn sure forgot. I was just watching it
That's
on
their
NBC
first
earlier.
that's their first pay card, isn't it?
I think so. The $5 a month card, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I think
so.
I think this is the first show because they've
Yeah.
been off for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So all right. So you gotta check that
Yep.
out.
Yep.
Definitely gonna check that out.
But I ain't have nothing else. Anybody got anything else y'all want to discuss so we get on up out of here? We discussed
Uh,
TEO and Rolly, Boots and Vergil. Well, let me try to talk about everything I want to talk about. Yeah, the Itauma fight, the women's boxing card. I gave y'all the tired little news I seen, honey. Yeah. I remind you, Dimitri Bivol is going to Purse Bid Thursday. So if y'all want to watch it, it's 11 a.m. in the morning on the WB website and all platforms, which means it'll be on Instagram, it'll be on X, etc., etc.
okay.
Yeah.
Another purse bid, huh? They
Another
trying
damn.
to
This is the
make
year of
these
the purse bids. This is the
they
year
trying
of the
to
purse
make
bids, Mr.
these
Lynch.
fights as cheap as they can.
Well, purse bids
So,
mean that they couldn't come to an agreement. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And the Lucas body and we'll get into that on another live.
Oh
The
yeah,
Lucas body
that's
and
yeah. That
Devin
purse
Haney.
bid didn't come up yet, did it?
Well,
Did
no,
it
they
come up?
decided to. They didn't go to purse bid because they actually made an agreement. So they didn't make
Oh,
it to their
okay.
purse bid. Their purse bid was 21st.
Where
They
it's
didn't
gonna
make it to
be
their
at?
purse bid.
It's
Their
Chicago,
fight,
right?
if I'm not mistaken, yes. I
In
have to look and
Chicago.
see because I didn't. Once they said they weren't doing the first, but I was like, okay, the fight announcement. But I got to see who's heading that. I'm pretty sure that it'll be a joint promotion between MVP and Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy. So we'll see. We'll see.
All
We'll
right.
see. We shall see. But you got anything else, Thomas?
Thomas sleep.
Lord
Thomas,
have mercy.
you sleep, man? I haven't heard you in
Oh,
about. Yeah, he probably doing something in the background.
okay.
All right.
Mr. Lynch, you got
I,
anything? You got
I,
anything else you want to talk about?
I heard. I heard Dub up here. I was like, oh, I got a save jab. Nah,
Mm.
let me stop, yo.
Did you hear
But
that fool talk about some damn Devin's a slick black fighter? Ridiculous. My
oh
God.
man,
You
yo.
can't make this
Oh
shit up.
man, yo.
You
I
can't make
was
this shit
like,
up.
man, he said, I told him I was like you and the cult. He said they kicked me out a long time ago. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God. You're so silly, Mr. Lynch.
oh man. Cause that's what, hey, I say Devin Haney and their fans, Bill Haney, they in the cult. Seriously, the way these cats
Listen,
be following their crazy
they
asses,
something. They something.
I
They
was like,
something out here.
you believe everything that man say? That nigga be lying his ass off.
Dead right side. Good
Oh
night, all
man.
things. Good night, all things.
Uh. Oh man. All right. You take it
All right,
easy
Mr. Lance. Oh,
and
you
have a
too.
good
Thanks for
one.
stopping by.
All right, no problem.
Bye.
One love. Peace.
Oh, God. All right, y'all. So that has been an eventful evening. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. I definitely want to talk about that card with Chantelle Cameron and Mikaela Mayer. That should be definitely a good fight because Mikaela Mayer is a dog. So we should definitely see a good fight in that particular fight. The Moses and Tamil and Hrgović card. There should also be some really good fights on that card. I do have Moses winning. I just don't know if it's going to be as early as some of y'all think. Hopefully, Hrgović goes in there. He said he came to ruin the plans, but y'all know we done heard that before. I have my ear to the internet, honey, to see if we can get Boots and Kelly across the finish line and anything else going on, or that little voodoo that they be trying to work on us. I will let y'all know. I did see some Bill Haney cap. But we'll save that for another show because he does so much of it. It's endless. We don't have to rush to address his fantastic fairy tales. We about to fight tonight. I'm going to see what's going on with the rankings, see what Rolly can, if he can get in where he fit in and try to get him a fight. Poor thing looked devastated, didn't he, y'all? TEO won't be champion long, I don't believe, honestly. He's very small at 147. He's going to have to move very strategically through those rankings. But he is a fighter that claims he will fight anybody, although we know that's not true because he didn't make any unifications at 140. He refused to fight Devin Haney at 135. He didn't want to fight Subriel Matias, even though Subriel Matias slapped half his damn face off. So we know that that's not true. However, we will see how his reign at 147 progresses, or if that belt will continue to be a hot potato, switching hands repeatedly. But that is all I have for y'all tonight. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. If y'all are listening to the playback, smash the like button, donate to the channel, and join the conversation. But until next time, y'all know what to do, baby. Catch Mother on a panel. Peace.